Hello and welcome in to Shmokin Hot Takes. K-Dawg sent some of his money he earned from C-Dubs to Brad Allen this week. Lamar Jackson decided to finally have a semi-decent game. And as Justin Fields finally proved that he belongs in Chicago. Stay tuned for our giveaway winner, plus the Week 18 matchups. Folks, it's the last week before playoffs. Let's go. Or should I say, here we go. Let's get Shmokin.
Smoking.
Welcome in, everybody. I am Prophet Jay, and I'm here with Koop.
Yo.
And K-Dawg.
Hey-o.
K-Dawg's always rolling with it. Boys, how about them dogs?
Oh, my favorite team to watch.
Honestly, can we do a college football podcast today?
Yes.
Just talking strictly dogs today.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
No boys, no Hawks. We don't want to talk about them.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, what a game last night. If you're from Seattle, if you're from anywhere that enjoys football, you watched that and you had a great time.
You had a heart attack.
Yeah.
That's what I had.
That was almost just a epic collapse. I was very scared. I didn't think there was...
Somebody call 911!
I didn't think there was any chance, like 2 or 3 minutes left,
Yeah.
for anything to change, and that to
Well,
have it come down like that is
A
crazy.
series of events that had to transpire.
Yeah.
It was just awful. Everything just went against us.
It was literally like anything that could go wrong did go wrong, and in the worst possible circumstance. I haven't even heard did Dylan Johnson, did he like break his foot?
I haven't heard anything.
I saw that he's like questionable for this week.
yeah.
Well, I guess
so
that's good then.
I guess.
I thought
it looked pretty. I mean, he got carted off. He was
like
he was
writhing
celebrating
in
at
pain.
the end, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge bummer. But I mean, it'll be a fun game against Michigan. The best part about this game, no SEC.
Yeah.
That's right.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. So
I know.
we're not, when we say how about them dogs, we're not talking about them bulldogs, baby. We're talking about them Huskies. And then I guess the other big thing is fantasy is finally over. We're done.
Well, for some.
Well, if you have a Week 18
Yeah.
championship, then like Koop here does.
Well, I have 2-week championships. That's it.
Yeah, but why? Why not do 14,
I know,
15,
it's the
and
format.
16, 17?
It's just the format.
He happens to be the commissioner in both.
On
those
both.
leagues.
We're changing them next year. Don't
Yeah.
worry, folks.
Is there kickers in that league too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Brandon Aubrey, baby.
Do you have him?
No.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
Who is the best kicker this year in terms of fantasy?
That was Aubrey, wasn't it?
I would guess it's Aubrey, but I'm not 100%.
I heard, isn't Sanders kind of good too? Jason Sanders on the Dolphins?
I could see that just because they score so much.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would guess it's Aubrey, though, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, well, before we jump in any further, you can follow, like, rate the pod on Spotify. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. Check out the merch store. Am I missing anything?
No, that was beautiful.
We got a lot.
That's
To
right.
look at. A lot of Shmokin Hot Takes content. And, yeah, we're going to do we have a winner. We're going to be announcing it in our middle segment, so you got to stick around a little while longer to find out who won the podcast. And we're not going to timestamp it. You got to listen. You got to listen. So that'll be fun. Stick around. A lot of entries. We have about 4 million, so good luck at winning today. Yeah, I mean, do you guys have any other news you want to share? Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah.
That's right. Happy New
Merry
Year.
Christmas or any other holidays you celebrate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
The first pod of 2024.
yeah, it's kind of
That's
crazy
right.
we made it this far.
That's
Do you
right.
guys think we would?
Well, I told everybody if the dogs didn't win, we wouldn't have a pod this week.
Oh,
No.
So
Are we carrying
Glad
that
we made
over?
it
Are
this
we
far.
carrying that over?
Yeah,
into
we got one
the
more
next
week.
game? Okay.
yeah.
it'd be a lot of binge drinking next week if we don't win.
Yeah.
I guess binge drinking either way.
Yeah.
Maybe.
True.
It's,
Down our
it's a
sorrows.
Monday.
Taking Tuesday off.
Also, it's scheduled for 4:30.
Yeah, isn't that stupid?
That's so dumb. Can't they adjust
Well,
that
it's for the
us?
East-
I know.
it's for the East
that
Coast.
East Coast bias.
Okay, but you know what?
What do you mean? They're
Like
3 hours ahead, bro.
Last game.
Yeah, but it's for us though. Why can't they adjust a little bit? Push it out.
mean,
it
Michigan's
never
East.
start. To be fair, it never starts on time. But
The game last night, I think, ended at 12:50
yeah,
Eastern time.
It was. Well,
That's crazy.
Well, didn't they delay it because of the first game? I think
a little bit. I
And
think it was like
then
15.
It was
minutes.
just super long. That was such a long game.
Pac-12 after dark, baby.
It's just stupid how much like advertisements they have. That's
Yeah.
that's the only reason it goes
that
so
was
long.
one of the longest games I've watched, I think.
It's terrible.
Just imagine how
It's
long the championship game is going to be.
Oh, God. I know.
It gets worse and worse, man. It's the officiating and the commercials.
Honestly,
Worse and worse
it's
every year.
honestly gone downhill.
So
Let's
bad.
put in a pitch clock like they have in baseball.
Yeah.
I guess that's just the.
I don't know. I kind of
play
like
clock.
the way the referees have been calling things lately.
All right, we're not going to talk about that right now.
You're good.
Well, we kind of are because we're jumping into our Shmokin Hot Takes recap. I'll go ahead because it's the game that K-Dawg's alluding to. So I called for 7 total touchdowns between the two teams, but all coming from specific players. I think I called for. Actually, I don't remember the exact amounts per player.
You didn't do it.
You
I
didn't.
didn't. Okay, so I called for 7 touchdowns from Amon-Ra, CD, and Gibbs. I actually don't know how many they got.
I believe it was like
You
3.
got to combine 2.
Two.
Okay,
Amon-Ra
alright.
got 1. CD got 1.
Okay, close.
CD
But
did fumble on the 1-yard line, so you almost got.
I almost
2
got
out of it.
that. But I mean,
You almost got halfway.
dude, that's crazy because CD had, what did he put up, like 35 points
yeah.
in the championship week, which he dunked on me. And by the way, I was in my championship. I put up 141. Guess what? Guess what the person who won put up? 190.
Oh,
Wow.
jeez.
So-
That's about as much I put up in
That's in a
Dynasty.
normal league too. No kickers.
That's pretty crazy.
Anyways, who wants to go next?
I can go next. So I had Jay Jettas getting a hat trick
Oh, yeah.
against the Packers, which was kind of running in tandem with C-Dubs, kind of, in his locks, or his Shmokin Hot Take. And that didn't happen. He just didn't have a very good game. I mean, the Vikings overall just didn't.
Do you think it's the injury bug or QB problem?
Yeah, I mean,
Like he's coming back off an injury, new QB.
well, he had a Justin Jefferson type
Yeah.
game last week,
Yeah.
and
'Cause I
then
guess-
they tried to throw Jaron Hall in there this week.
And he
That
got
didn't work.
benched.
He got benched. Then Mullins, who threw 4 interceptions last week, comes in, or the week before comes in. I mean, just a QB.
They really just didn't really want to roll out Dobbs again, huh?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah, I
so.
don't really get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Vikings, they only scored 1 touchdown all game, let alone 3 from Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Who would pick the Vikings to win?
yeah.
Not me.
Gross. My unofficial one, Koop kind of took over for me. Tried to get into my mind. What would K-Dawg say here? And he said that Dak would throw 3 interceptions. I would never say anything like that, just to be clear. He did have 1. It was kind of ugly.
So,
kind of thrown across
that
the
mean-
field.
I was closer for you than Prophet Jay was closer for himself.
That's accurate.
I mean,
yeah.
I suppose.
2 divided by
suppose.
7 is
Well,
less than 25%.
Yeah.
And you got to 33%.
Sure.
Although easier to Dak throwing picks. I mean, come on, that's nothing new
I
there.
mean, I think you might need to check the stats, Robert J.
So what was your official? The one you texted
My
me
official?
after the episode.
Yeah, I was a little late. I said Tony Pollard would score 3 touchdowns.
He tried to keep that off air, people.
Yeah.
And you got 0, right?
Yes.
So Koop, in fact, knew you better than yourself.
Wow. Yeah,
There
I
you
guess
go.
his was better than mine. That's true.
And then you got C-Dubs on there?
Yeah, C-Dub. So I liked his. His
was
was
different.
creative. In the
did like it.
spirit of the fantasy championship week, he predicted that at least three players, would score 3+ touchdowns this week, not including quarterbacks. I'm pretty sure only Kyron Williams did.
He was
Yeah.
very
Was
close.
there another
though.
one?
So, no, but a lot of scored 2. Isaiah likely had 2.
Okay.
Julio Jones,
I know.
in the year 2023,
2 catches for 2 touchdowns.
had 2 tutties. There were quite a few.
That was same with Isaiah Likely, 2 catches for 2
Really?
tutties as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, pretty dang close.
How about Kyron Williams? Like, that's one of the biggest steals I can remember in,
You thought?
in the past few years.
Yeah, I honestly thought Puka was like the waiver MVP, but
Yeah.
it's definitely Kyron.
Yeah,
so.
and the fact that he performed like this on championship week too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's wild.
He's pretty crazy.
Which is, yeah. I mean, the guy I faced he had Kyron.
yeah.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
He
Tough day.
wasn't enough for me, unfortunately.
I still got him.
Do you want to talk about that quickly? Do you want to?
We can
Do you wanna
jump
share
into
the story?
it. Yeah, I mean, I was in the championship this week in my league. I experienced probably my worst ever fantasy loss.
Yeah.
I lost by I think 1.3 points. I was texting Koop, so I basically had to make a big quarterback decision. Because I lost Herbert for the year, so I had Flacco, I had Nick Mullins, I had Will Levis. I was texting Koop about it. I was debating. I was like, you know what? I don't really trust Flacco against this Jets defense.
Yeah, fair.
You know, and I even said, I was like, you know, I have a feeling like this decision could determine the game.
You said that, yep.
And it did. I went with Will Levis.
Not a bad play against the Houston Texans.
Yeah, they
D.
were 24.
Like,
See, the Jets were ranked number 1 against quarterbacks. Houston
think
was
it's terrible.
number 24.
Yeah.
He goes out there and gets negative 1.9 points, and I lose.
Well, was it concussed midway?
Yeah, very
Or
early
he got
on.
he threw a pick
and he
or
lost
got
a
injured.
fumble, I think. Yeah.
Or a fumble.
The irony is just that like all that I was just debating over the quarterback so much. If I had just not played one, I would have won. Just ridiculous.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
I just
Sorry, dude.
it's I've played in all my years of playing fantasy, I've never won,
Really?
not once.
Oh wow.
I think I've played like for 15 years,
15?
probably, or
Wow.
like maybe a little less than that, probably 13 years.
This guy.
Maybe an average.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Maybe an average of like 2 leagues per year, and I've never won. It's insane.
I guess that's unfair.
I've gotten
'cause
second place a lot, but
I spam leagues. I'm in like 5 to 7 each year.
yeah, that's fair.
Well, I'll sell you my fantasy guide for next year.
Yeah.
What, the FB guide?
What's the FB guide?
Well, I can't say their name on here.
Oh, no. My own guide. The Prophet J timeline guide. I don't know. My creativity is not on point right now. Okay. Well, K-Dawg, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
We're sorry, but I will be enjoying a steak dinner because of that. All right. Do you guys want to talk about these games?
No, not really.
I want to talk about the Dogs, but we'll talk about these games. All right. Let's go with the Jets-Browns, Thursday Night Football. I had the Jets.
Can you tell us why?
So I was starting kind of the whole, I need to get a game off these guys, like a little week early.
You're like, yeah, the
Because I was
Jets.
like, and I also thought, Flacco's just been bombing it, like against every team he's been playing, right? He's just been chucking it up. You got Iron Hands and Joku. Yes, Joku, if you want to go with that.
Iron Hands. It's completely different than Yes Joker.
Well, he drops a lot of balls.
Not lately.
You should have, the first few weeks he was.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could just see Flacco just throwing like 4 picks. Brees Hall just takes over.
Yeah.
And it kind of gets in a good game, a game script for the Jets. Like it was like a shot in the dark, It wasn't as deep of a shot as when I called Broncos over the Bills 8 weeks ago or whatever. So that was kind of my thought process. Obviously, it didn't happen. I mean, Jerome Ford had a day, which I should have known because the Jets D is horrible against the run, but they're great through the air. But even then, Flacco still had a pretty decent day. All in
without
all.
Cooper too, which is surprising.
Flacco's just kind of a dude. Like
Yeah.
he's even approaching DeMar Hamlin for comeback player of the year right now. He's the second. He's second in odds.
He definitely should get it if it wasn't for what happened to.
And DeMar Hamlin has not played this
Did
year.
Flacco get hurt last year?
He's
I
been on special
know he
teams.
played for the Jets a little bit.
I
Like, is he coming back from?
think he just got
Because
sucked.
we thought he was bad.
Yeah.
We thought his career was
I think
over, and
so.
now he's came back. I don't know. The comeback player is it's kind of a weird award because I feel like we put a different definition for every
Yeah,
situation,
like
you
Alex
know?
Smith broke his leg.
Yeah,
He
it's
came
like,
back. And then Gino.
DeMar
Sark.
Hamlin.
I mean, he's
Died, but
he had a crazy
You
day.
have to give
I
it
mean,
to DeMar.
yeah.
No, you don't.
I don't know.
I don't know.
A lot of people are saying that, like on social media, I've seen like a lot of people are bashing that DeMar Hamlin being a favorite.
Dude, I'm gonna
it's-
make a shirt
it's-
for Prophet
I don't know
J.
why people are hating on the guy. Like,
It's-
he's,
I mean, it's. I'm glad that he's okay and he's healthy again, but like he doesn't.
I'm gonna make a shirt for Prophet J that says it's a picture of DeMar Hamlin. It says "Not my comeback player."
How about not my MVP for Lamar?
Well, we'll get to
I
that.
need. We need
Yeah,
to.
we
We need
definitely need to
all.
talk
I need a
about
lot of
that.
shirts. I guess I'm just a hater of whatever like the pro, whatever the meta is for
it
who's
kind of
popular
seems
about.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, hey, the Browns they clinched a playoff spot with this, right? With this win.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I had to pick like a dark horse for the playoffs, it's kind of this Browns team. Like the defense is good, the offense is. This is the best quarterback on the roster, injured or not. Tell me otherwise.
You got 4 to choose from.
Maybe.
It's Flacco.
It's hard to say.
No, it's not. It's really not.
I don't know if I even want to call him a dark horse. To me, they're the like looking at the AFC. I think you can make a good argument that the Browns are the second best team behind the Ravens.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Really, even over the Bills and Dolphins.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think right now. And let's not forget, Flacco. The year they won the Super Bowl, or the year he won the Super Bowl with the Ravens, he had one of the best playoffs of all time
That's
for a
true.
quarterback.
He's
I
been
mean,
there.
He went off,
Yeah, he's done it.
and he has nothing to lose right now.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be kind of a story? Like Koop loves to talk about the scripts.
Right.
Flacco coming back against his old team.
I know,
knocking him out of the
yeah.
playoffs when they've got the MVP front runner. They got
yeah.
all the momentum in the world. That'd be kind of crazy.
I know. That's kind of what it could be shaping up for. I think the Browns are locked in at the 5 seed, and then the Ravens at the 1 seed. So they could play even
It's the
in
first
the
wild card, right?
divisional maybe. Well, Ravens will get the bye, so they could play in the divisional though.
It'll be a good one.
Yeah. I mean, Jets are just done. But what do you say?
They've been done for a while.
Yeah.
I was just going to say 2 good defenses going against each other.
Yeah.
Should be interesting to see how Flacco would do against the Ravens. I mean, I think we're all expecting Flacco to fail at some point.
Yeah.
And it just hasn't happened.
I mean, yeah, if he
So
puts up 310 yards against the Jets, that's kind of...
Yeah.
Unless they're just, not... I mean,
he does make mistakes.
yeah, but that defense is so
But the
good.
defense
It's
is
like
going
we
to
were
have to
talking about.
compensate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, we'll get there, but... yeah, I also wonder if the Jets just maybe weren't trying as much because they're out.
Sure.
But, all right, let's go to the Saturday night football game.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm triggered.
Oh, man. All
How
right.
about them Cowboys?
The
guys?
boys winning 20 over the Lions, 19. I think Koop was on the Lions.
Okay,
I was on the boys.
I have a serious question I want you guys to both consider.
Okay.
We could do the right thing here, right now, and give me the win that the Lions deserved in our pick'em.
I'd rather not.
I know you'd rather not.
If it wasn't so close, I'd give it to you.
I wouldn't. Look, the game is
You did get last this week because of it.
I don't know who wants
I know.
to. I don't know who wants to start. Obviously, I'm sure
K-Dawg,
you guys
give
have
us your
stuff to
thoughts.
say.
You're the boys fan. Give us your thoughts.
Well, look, it sucks for a game to end like this. I'm not going to defend what happened. Obviously, there's lots of video evidence that this was the wrong call. If I was a Lions fan, I'd be pretty pissed off.
Lions fan
question.
426-9 is very pissed off.
I mean, I
Dan Campbell's
understand
also very
that.
pissed
And you
off.
know what, Lions fan 42069 and other Lions fans are probably thinking back. This is not the first time they've been screwed over in a Cowboys game. About 10 years ago, there was a big missed pass interference in the playoffs, and that led to the Lions losing to the Cowboys. I'm sure many were thinking about that. So it just sucks. I have a lot to. I mean, I have more to say. I will say, I don't know if you guys. I know I saw in text you guys are saying, "Oh, this is when the Cowboys win. This is when the Cowboys win." I don't believe that there's some big conspiracy like that. I think the referees the referees are just mess up, and this is clearly a mess up. If you want to say that they're rooting for the Cowboys, then why are the Cowboys the second most penalized team in the league?
Okay, it's not the whole roughing system. It's this crew.
You think the specific crew?
This specific
There's some
crew.
pretty crazy
And
stats about this
This
guy.
specific night, you think they're going to have the Cowboys lose on the Ring of Honor night for Jimmy Johnson?
I don't think they care.
Come on,
I don't-
please.
I don't think that matters.
You think Jerry's not going to be paying an ass load to make sure that this
there's
this
no
happens?
there's no sort of conspiracy there. I don't buy into that at all. I think the referees, they made a mistake. They should take responsibility for that, and you hate to see it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that there's some underlying motive for it.
No.
Okay, but do you agree the Lions deserve to win?
I believe the Lions deserve to go up.
Are they the better
21
football
to 20 with,
No.
with 23 seconds left? Yes.
Are they the better football team?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
So-
I'll take a rematch. I bet the Lions fans would love a rematch. I'd take a rematch too. I think the Cowboys could have played better in many instances. I understand the frustration. I'm not going to brag about this one. I don't feel good about it, but
No, that's fair. And Jared Goff even said, he didn't believe it was fixed. It was just the refs messed up.
they just messed up.
I think they
yeah.
did. I mean, they're human.
And it shouldn't happen. It
Shouldn't.
shouldn't happen. And the NFL needs to look into ways where
They should be fined. I
they
mean,
can eliminate this.
yeah, it's like players get fined all the time. Players get fined for speaking out against the refs. Refs do not get fined. They got punished this time. Oh, they can't do a playoff game. But they get the Ravens Steelers this week. That's basically a playoff game.
Right.
Well,
Oh,
not really,
never
because the
mind.
Ravens aren't even playing
Yeah, that's
anybody.
true.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because
So-
I agree. I think there should be heavier punishment. Like, for example, in baseball, Angel Hernandez, one of the
Yeah.
historically worst umpires to ever ump a game
Mm-hmm.
in MLB, sued the MLB because he thought they were discriminating against him for not letting him ref or ump in playoff games. But it was just because he was so bad, his
Mm-hmm.
stats were so bad that the court, the jury, decided he was so bad.
Yeah.
I feel like there needs to be some sort of just review process or I'm sure there is, but you you never know, man. And the whole thing about the NFL being registered as an entertainment company,
Yeah.
that just is in the back of my head.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's a little worm that's just stuck there. And I'm like, is this really happening? Like, and then you got Vegas and how much betting is involved now.
Oh,
It just,
I know.
it
Commercial
feels,
after commercial.
it feels gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you with the betting, and there is definitely motive. Like, there's no question about that. But it's just to carry out something like that, as far as it being a big conspiracy, I just have a hard time believing that.
And Brad Allen, that dude is like, you said, Koop shared an Instagram video with us, and it was like notorious. I can't remember what it was, like 0-6 for teams that were, it's like something in the spread. I can't remember. But anyways,
Yeah.
he doesn't seem like a great guy.
A lot of data out there showing he's very biased.
But here's the great thing, is the season's not over by any means for the Lions. The Cowboys still they didn't clinch the first round bye off this, right?
Well,
so they still have a ways to go.
Actually, I don't think so. Right after this game, I told you guys, I was like, I don't think this is that big of a deal, because I assume the Eagles are going to win their last 2 games.
Yeah.
And then the Eagles, they lose to the Cardinals. This turned out to be a ginormous win for the Cowboys, because all they have to do is beat the Commanders this week, and they're the 2nd seed.
Yep.
Which is huge. That means 2 home games.
Yeah, but the Eagles,
they're undefeated at home.
I have a lot to say about the Eagles.
This is huge for the Cowboys. absolutely huge.
I mean, they're the 2, but then
so-
they might have to play the Hawks, and I honestly think you guys lose that game.
I'll take that game all day. I'll take that game all day. I just want to say something too about the Lions, and I'd be curious to hear, like Lions fan 42069's opinion on this. Their decision making. Did you guys see the stat? The Lions this season go for it on 4th down 35% of the time.
Okay, that first one,
which is insane.
the first one. I think
That's
I was watching,
that's like you're
it was
playing Madden
horrible.
or something.
Yeah,
And
I think it's just the atmosphere. That's like the personality of the team. Stan Campbell.
but like a couple of decisions. So for example, in the first half, I think the Cowboys are up 7-3. The Lions, it's 4th and goal from the 7-yard line, and they decide to go for a touchdown. Your odds of that, not very good.
Yeah.
Like that's a poor decision. I mean, of course, they end up losing by a point. That would have been 3 points. And then at the end, after the 2-point conversion wrongly, maybe got called back.
wrongly. We can all.
It's the 2-point try there from the 7-yard line, and he still goes for it. That's so stubborn. Like your
I know.
chances, you got to think that overtime is 50-50. Your chances of converting that are not 50-50.
yeah, I agree with you.
And then they got a 3rd try, and then he gets it from like the 3.5-yard line.
Yeah.
And again, your chances are not
I know.
50-50. It's just poor decision making. Like he's got to take some responsibility for that.
yeah. I mean, he gets so frustrated.
He was just
I
mad,
don't blame
yeah.
him. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he
like
was
he
just-
just wanted to prove everybody
Yeah,
wrong.
exactly.
They should have scored that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was not the right decision.
I think you guys
No.
both bring up like valid arguments because it is the identity of the team. I think
Yeah.
you can also draw it back a little bit in maybe those crucial decisions where
I mean, think
that doesn't
about
make sense as much.
the motivation. If you beat the Cowboys at home, like you going into the playoffs with a better seed, probably most likely. I mean, think of that motivation. Like,
Yeah,
how
you
much
have a
that
lot of
fuels your
momentum
team.
pumping you.
And then now
it's-
you're fueled
but
by
it's-
this.
Yeah, I guess.
This
but
is
it's like,
this is even better
might
in
be
my
better.
opinion.
I mean, at the end, it is your responsibility as a head coach to like take some emotion out of it. Be like, we got to go to overtime. That's the best chance of winning. Like, I don't know.
A lot of head coaches are
honestly though,
emotional.
like Dan Campbell like took this team from what, like 0 or 1 in. No, they got a
I think.
couple. They got a couple wins like a few seasons ago. I mean, he's turned the team around completely.
Yeah,
like so. Like
absolutely.
I don't. I think I
Coach
trust
of
the
the year.
guy, and like honestly, he could be.
Yeah, I think
Could be.
Let's move on.
Not gonna be Sean Payton.
Let's get over this.
That's for damn sure.
I'm over it now. I just need to talk about
You
it.
just vented it. Yeah. Get it all out. Shout out to CeeDee Lamb for becoming the
He's
all-time
amazing.
Cowboys receiver.
Dude, that guy's.
Or not all-time, single season for
I was gonna say
yards.
already.
No.
No,
That's
it's-
Yards and
Whitman, right?
receptions.
Dude, C.D. Lamb is.
Actually, Jason Witten.
Oh, Jason Witten.
Yeah.
Why did they show Michael Irvin?
Well, he was for the single season.
Oh.
Yeah.
C.D.
ahead.
Lamb is. I was just gonna say.
Yeah,
he's
crazy.
amazing to watch.
He's top 3 right now for sure.
Yeah, he's.
He might be top 2.
Yeah.
I could see him being
Number 1.
top 1.5. All right, let's go. This game doesn't nearly matter as much as the last. Texans beat the Titans 26-3. This is the Will Levis
Yeah.
doom game.
Yeah.
Titans. I mean, goodbye to Derrick Henry. Well, I guess we got
So
one more,
glad.
but.
So happy he'll be off that team.
And this was C.J. Stroud's first game back from the concussion.
Yeah.
I mean,
Welcome back, buddy.
yeah. I mean, do the Texans even have any playoff implications here? Or are they kind of?
Yeah,
What are
they
you
had to
talking about?
win.
They're
Yeah.
tied AFC South.
They gotta win. They gotta win next week too.
Yep.
So it's a big game.
It's
for them.
looking like a wild card spot for them because I think the Jags play the Titans, and if the Jags win, they get the division.
Are they gonna win?
Over the Titans? I think so. Well, we'll see. Don't go changing your pick over there.
I'm not. Doesn't matter.
So okay, I don't think we've talked about this. What happened to Damian Pierce?
Well, he kind of got okay.
So he got injured.
He was my dude. Yeah, he had like a high ankle sprain for a while. He was at one point their run offenses was terrible. Their O-line was hurt.
Yeah.
Most of their O-line was hurt, and then he gets hurt, and then basically they get all their O-line back, and then Singletary just gets
popping off.
Starts popping off. Like that's why a lot of times I would say, I wish Damian Pierce was healthy right now because I think what Singletary was doing this whole time, I think.
So do you think he's still nursing a little something, and that's why Singletary is just getting the go?
And well, I mean, they're just giving it to the hot hand now. We saw Damian Pierce had that huge kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yes, we did see
and
that.
then his percentage of snaps just shot straight up, like because I have Singletary on one of my teams, I needed points, and I just started not getting points from him.
Sure.
And I was like, "What's going on?" In come Damian Pierce.
So
it looks like going forward, I think he's gonna.
Do you think next year he'll kind of get his roll back?
Yeah, I think so.
I think Singletary's not on a long deal.
No, I think it was probably like a 2-year or something, but he's fairly old now. Singletary's.
Which is crazy because he's not really been relevant in years past.
No, well, we played for Buffalo and he wasn't good there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they don't really love using the running back too much. All right, let's go to the Bears destroying the Falcons, 37-17.
Yeah.
Justin Fields. I mean,
let's get him Fields' revenge tour.
Let's get him on the Hawks, man. Let's get him away from Bears.
Weren't Bears fans chanting this game? We want Fields. We want Fields.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's playing great.
Bears look pretty good. Like this past month, it's too bad. I mean, they were just by the time they heated up, it was too late. But
what would someone say to me? That they're like 7-2 in the past 9 games or something.
Is that right?
Something like that.
Wow,
something crazy.
I mean, it seems like they're hot. Although I don't know.
Maybe 7-5. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, they just look so good.
So the defense is just, I think, it's the big
really
thing.
Good.
That's improved a lot.
As soon as they got Sweat, right?
Yeah, which is funny because we were all questioning that move. And
I know.
Now look at us, we're the dummies here.
Well,
and that's why we don't run NFL teams. But yeah, I mean, the defense has been on fire. Like the run game has gotten going again. Now that it wasn't even Foreman. This week it was Herbert. Rashawn Johnson got in the end zone.
So I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Your number one draft in the NFL draft, Bears. Who are you picking? You picking Caleb Williams or are you picking Marvin Harrison Jr.?
I'm not touching Caleb Williams. I'm so down.
If you have
on
Fields,
that guy.
you're trading Fields?
No.
You keep
I
Fields.
Would,
drafting Marvin Harrison.
How much more time does Fields got on his rookie contract? A couple of years, right? Got to be.
I think one.
I think
the first round picks they get what? They get a 4-year and then a
fifth
option.
Yeah, right?
Fifth year option. Yeah. So how long has it been? Is this his
I
third
think
year?
I
thought this was his
second or third.
I feel like it's his third.
It's not his second. Yeah, so it's his third.
Third
2 more years.
If I were the Bears, I mean, what? They hold 2 first round picks already. I would trade down, I think.
Really?
I think so.
And pick Roma Dunze or something?
Yeah, or something.
Honestly, get him a weapon. I'm fine with that.
Like trade down. The first
why
pick
not just take Marvin Harrison?
pick is so valuable,
dude.
And is a wide receiver worth it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Number one.
Yes.
This guy. He's
Yes.
supposed to be.
There's not really.
No,
There's not
dude.
really any precedent.
You know what's
for that.
crazy though
I don't
is
know.
a lot of people, and I've been on the Dynasty Football subreddit. They've been like people are starting to take Odunze as the one, like not the one overall, but like the top wide receiver. Like I'm seeing
I don't
that.
know, man.
I'm seeing that frequently.
I'm not seeing. I think that's because that's the first time people are seeing Odunze.
Well,
play.
I think people are. I think there's a. It's not an automatic.
I think-
It's reactionary, like Prophet J.
I disagree.
I think if the Bears take, even if it's Marvin Harrison, if they take a wide receiver at number one, I think they'll regret that.
You think so? You think a good
think so.
defense?
I don't think
What else
that's
would you
worth
take?
it.
What else would you take?
Defense?
When has that ever happened? A wide receiver at
O-line?
number one?
When you have when you already have a really good QB, I think. Why not?
I don't know. I think they need.
Well,
I think
so
they need-
you're going to trade down and take a different wide receiver?
No, I think they get more picks and build that team up more. That
Oh,
Marvin
I'd
Harrison's not going to send them to the Super Bowl.
I think a genius.
Why not? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think a genius move would be. I mean, the trade down last year I think was brilliant. Get the first overall.
The Texans?
again.
What are you talking about?
They traded down to the Panthers.
Yeah.
And I think I could see them totally doing something again. Like just keep it rolling. Like they're kind of building something here that, like they have a lot of young people, bringing in guys like Sweat to kind of give a little leadership.
I mean, I think this
I
wide
think
receiver
they get a wide
class
receiver.
is good enough to where you probably could trade down and still find really good value. Like within a dude's and neighbors.
We saw that
something like
Odunze, where was it? On some like dude's list. I don't know, it's one of the talking heads. Had him at 6. 6 overall.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
That is crazy.
So like there's a lot of great wide receivers in this class. Like there's
Yeah.
gonna be probably 2 or 3 that go in the top 10.
And you know what? We're gonna have an episode about this.
Yes,
at
we
some
are.
Point.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of off-season drafts.
Just a
stuff.
Rome Dunze biography episode.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the Keep Fields camp personally. Like, but you're gonna have to pay him.
I think maybe they take a quarterback in like the 2nd or 3rd round though. Maybe.
Yeah, and you know who goes to the Falcons?
Penix,
Michael Penix, baby.
dude, he's so best player in college football.
Yeah, he looks so good right now.
All right, we moving on.
Yeah, do you want to talk anything with the Falcons? I keep seeing, the only thing I'll say is I keep seeing Arthur Smith's coming back next year, which
I
is
don't know why.
mind-blowing
That's just
to me.
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's mind-blowing.
Actually, if he's there, I don't want Penix to go down
right?
there. He's gonna be
Like,
around.
you're not, like, I'm not touching anybody in fantasy if he is still there. Not Bijan, not London, nobody. Not Pitts.
Yeah.
All right, you want to move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, Ravens destroying the Dolphins. 56-19. Are you going to hit the drop?
It's my boy!
Who's this?
Lamar Jackson is Prophet Jay's boy now.
No, he ain't. He's still
Why
not my
not?
boy.
So is he a bum?
No, he had a great game. He had a great game. You know,
So
it pained me.
So
I like
if you cut his legs off and put him on a stool,
yeah, he was.
would you like for him to be?
So I
your
was telling
QB?
you when we were talking about this a little bit yesterday. I was telling him that like a fourth, if it was like a fourth, we'll give it a fourth, maybe like a fourth and 0.2. 75 yards of his total, like 321, came from one play.
Right.
And it was a dot to Zay Flowers.
So other
You
than
can say
that-
the same thing about Penix, and you're gassing up Penix like he's
okay, but
better
he did it.
than-
Okay,
Just
Penix
saying.
is a way better pocket passer than Lamar. Let's not even.
One's playing in college, one's
Let's
playing
not
in the
even talk
NFL. You
about
cannot
that.
even compare them.
Look,
let's
Lamar.
see,
Okay,
let's see
Lamar
Penix
had a,
play one
dude,
game in the NFL before
Lamar
you do
had
something
a
like that.
Lamar had a great game. I'm not gonna.
Lamar's
lie about that.
literally
And,
been
that was
MVP
like,
before.
and that was like a state. That was like a statement game because I even said
Last week was
last
almost
week
the same.
or no
same.
2 weeks ago. Oh no, I
2
texted
weeks
this to you. Yeah, I said it should be McCaffrey if Lamar kind of has like an average game, and if McCaffrey continues to pop off. But Lamar, I mean, he kind of proved to everyone that it should be him. Although I just don't. You call me reactionary? Like the MVP, like winner is so reactionary. Like
I just
did we forget about the first half of the season?
I mean, he still did pretty
I'm
fine.
not a I'm definitely I think Lamar's a really good quarterback. I'm not in the same boat as Prophet Jay or as he has been. However, like we've talked about the MVP award, how it's so QB biased, and that's true. I don't know if it's ever been more true than this year. It just feels so wrong. Like over McCaffrey, over maybe I know Tyreek Hill's kind of slowed down, but I mean you look at yeah, and well, but he should get it. I mean, you look at Lamar Jackson. He's 14th in passing yards, 6th in completion percentage, 10th in passing touchdowns.
Damn, he kept the receipts.
Reactionary.
He doesn't lead the league in any major passing statistic. He does have the 800 yards on the ground, 5 touchdowns, so that's obviously a contribution. He's leading, the best team in the league right now. But it's just that does not feel like an MVP. That he's going to go down as one of the worst MVPs of all time.
Okay, hold
I love
on.
that take.
All right, who is he playing with? He lost Mark Andrews. He has a rookie as his number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah, who's been really good.
And
though.
who
Let's
is
not
Christian
take away.
McCaffrey playing with? Brandon Ayuk, Deebo
Sure.
Samuel, George Kittle, an amazing defense.
Sure.
Brock Purdy, yeah,
Okay.
but Brock Purdy's just throwing it down to
It's
him.
just
I mean,
it's just
it's a recipe for Christian McCaffrey to look amazing because Brock Purdy just gives it to him, and then he has all these other people to kind
yeah,
of.
but he's so good. I mean, all the touchdowns. How many all-purpose yards does he have? He must have
But
not
okay.
2,000, but approaching it.
But
I
he's
think.
hurt. He's not gonna be playing this week.
Sure.
I mean, Lamar's not.
I mean, no,
playing.
Lamar's not going to be playing this week.
Yeah, that's true.
Lamar also, I don't think it goes said enough how much the defense on the Ravens like get those great turnovers, give them shorten the yardage.
All right,
Like
you don't know any stats on that.
I don't have any stats on it, but I know from watching like
just
Lamar
assuming.
having 5 tutties. That's not all from
you
the
don't
25.
think you don't think the same applies to the 49ers defense?
I don't think their defense is nearly as good as the Ravens. The Ravens just blew them out. So I think, I mean, I see your playmaker point, but I just like, K-Dawg just listed off 3 different stats. We could probably get more.
Okay, give give Mark Andrews back. Let's give him a wide receiver like Devontae Adams or something.
He just
it's like
Lamar
surround
wasn't
him
doing
with
it.
the type of weapons that Christian McCaffrey has around him.
He wasn't doing it at the beginning of the season.
It's just comparing. Like if you
It's
just
a
look at,
hard comparison.
If you just look at the past MVPs, their statistics. Look at even Lamar's first MVP a few years ago, and you line up his stats this year. It's just like what? Like this guy won MVP? It doesn't make any sense.
fine.
I mean, I get that no one's had, or no quarterback I should say has had like maybe a bigger standout performance, or this year, or bigger. Statistical season this year.
And just remember who he did it against.
Yeah.
The Niners.
True.
The Dolphins.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
he's had
destroyed both those
He's
teams.
had two
Ravens-
good games.
The thing
He's
outside
had
of,
only 2 good games.
outside of the Lamar talk, just talking about the Ravens, like you could not ask to end the season in a better way. You beat the Niners, you blow out, maybe one of the biggest other contenders in the AFC. You get a first round bye.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could not end it.
Yeah,
better.
I mean, they got to be the Super Bowl favorite right now because it seems like, I mean, even like in the halfway through the season when like the Lions went in there, they got destroyed. The Seahawks, which we were kind of feeling good about, we got destroyed.
Yeah,
it's like they just like seem to know what each of these really good teams are going to do, and then they just have like the perfect script. They have the profit timelines, but theirs is 100% accurate.
Yeah.
So it's just wild to me. I still don't. I'm going to die on this hill that I don't believe Lamar should be MVP. But honestly, I'd rather give it to Dak.
So you're changing your narrative here. This is not the hill you were battling.
What? That he was a bad
You were
passer?
saying he was a bad quarterback and a bad passer.
Okay, and I'm saying he's had 2 good games.
So is he? Can you die
But
on
he's
that
not.
hill? Are you dying on that hill?
What?
That he's a bad quarterback and a bad passer.
Well, this last game he proved me wrong. I'll say that.
And the game before.
He's had 2. We've had 17.
It doesn't matter.
weeks,
It was against the
Coop.
49ers.
See,
it was against the Dolphins. Like
Who cares? How come he's not doing it against the bad teams? That's my question to you.
the bad teams. So they've lost 3 times. I can't tell you. Wasn't the Browns one of them? One of the top defenses? What do you mean?
We'll pull some more stats off air about this.
Jesus
We can
Christ.
continue this.
All right,
we gotta
Dolphins.
move on. Oh, Dolphins.
Let's talk about them. We got to, right?
I mean,
Tyreek Hill held below 80 yards.
Yeah,
That's big.
Tyreek quiet. I mean, he's still clearly nursing the
Waddle
injury
not
a little
playing.
bit. Like their wide
Mostert
receivers aren't
gone.
there. Like they're so beaten up right now.
Tua, bad. 2 picks.
yeah.
Tua
Yeah,
throwing 2 picks. Tua turned the ball over.
Close.
What do you mean?
That wasn't it. That's not how you say his name. I don't. But don't
Tua
ask me.
turned the ball over. That's
Oh,
like,
he said. I was like, I don't get it. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Go ahead, K-Dawg.
I was gonna take responsibility for picking the Dolphins this
Yeah.
game.
Oof.
I just kind of thought it was more about like I just thought the Ravens would cool down
Yeah.
after like I felt that they gave it their all against 49ers. Like, well, this is not an easy game against a fast, Miami Dolphins team. But obviously I was wrong. The Dolphins, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't bode well for the playoffs if this is how they're playing
No.
against
Definitely
a
not.
top team,
They
the
just-
Ravens.
Yeah, they beat the boys, right? So
They did.
I mean, they just kind of feel like they just
Barely.
play up and down in their competition.
Barely, but Jesus Christ.
And the Lions should have beat the boys too.
That's right.
Barely, but still counts. All right.
Debatable.
Yeah, I mean the Dolphins, like they're in,
Yeah.
right? And I think if I were the Dolphins, I'd be on my game because I want to keep the Bills out.
Well, they're playing for the AFC East title.
That's
this
crazy.
coming
The
week.
Bills have come all the way back.
I mean, they're on a hot streak, right?
Well,
the
I mean-
Undertaker, baby.
Although they've looked, I mean, I guess we'll get to their game, but they've slowed down a little bit
They're
this
like-
past couple weeks.
They're like the Dolphins in my opinion, where they
Recalibrate.
play up and down.
Recalibrating.
Yeah. Let's go to the Saints Bucks. The Saints 23, Bucks 13. I think we all have the Bucks
No.
in this one.
Kid, I got the Saints
Yeah,
here.
the Saints in this
I
one.
think this was like a trap game.
Big time.
Me and Cetos were talking about. I was like, "Oh, Baker's got that swagger bag, all that." It's just like Vegas knew I was picking.
Why does it?
the
And it
Bucks.
seems like the Saints routinely just handle the Bucks. Like,
Well,
and Mike Evans, like you. I mean,
That's
he had a-
true.
he had a
Even
decent
dating
game,
back
but
to like
Lattimore
the Tom
wasn't
Brady
playing,
era,
I
that's
believe.
true.
usually Mike Evans is pretty
usually
quiet,
it's Lattimore who
but
keeps
it's
them
Lattimore.
out.
Yeah, but he wasn't there. But yeah, Saints. This is like they either play a really ugly game and win, or a really ugly game and lose, and they just kind of held the Bucks in check all game until the last quarter.
Yeah.
And then the Bucks just couldn't
Yeah.
find enough time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an ugly game.
I just picked the Saints as, like I said this a couple weeks ago, like just the law of averages with the NFC South. Like these teams,
so
they're all so mid. I was like, there's no way the Bucks. This is gonna come down to week 18.
Yeah.
Bucks aren't gonna
You're
clinch it
right.
this week.
That's a good
Like
call.
we gotta you know.
Yeah, and it's big because they lost.
But Bucks are still in great position though.
Yeah, I mean the Saints lost Kamara.
Yeah.
And I mean, their leading receiver was Juwan Johnson, who's a tight end. Yeah. So I don't know. And Taysom Hill got 2 tutties, or no, 1 tutty. But yeah, it's just a good game. I mean, the thing is, like, no matter who makes it in the playoffs, neither team is gonna do anything. Well,
I think the Bucks have more of a chance to make noise than the Saints, but
which is funny because they just lost.
Let's get Baker in the playoffs, baby.
I know. Well,
which is weird.
It is weird. Yeah.
All right. Bills barely beat the Patriots, 27-21.
Yep.
This is like another case of where a Bills can totally Bills it.
I think
like the Chargers last week,
or like the. Oh, go ahead. I think this game looks closer than it was, in a way. Patriots had a big kickoff return for a tutty to start the game.
That's true.
So
true.
Bills were already playing down, and then they go on a 21-point spree, and then Patriots just kind of hung around for a little bit. Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think has happened with Diggs? Stephon Diggs. Like, ever since the OC took over, like, he's just not getting much attention.
He blows up in the playoffs. Or this last game.
Yeah,
they haven't been using him. They're going to implement him. Yeah. They've been winning without him.
Against the Dolphins.
Start using him.
Yeah, I mean, it should be in all... I think it should be a pretty high-scoring game.
For one team, I think.
You think it's going to be a blowout? Okay, cool. Yeah, Zappy threw 3 picks. Rocking the Bills.
Zap.
Rocking the Bills D in fantasy this week was nice. Yeah, I mean, it's just the Bills are just kind of playing ugly football. Like, here's my problem with the Bills is, like, the time is now to win a ship, and they're not going to. It's like it's done. Like, they just need to. They're kind of at that point with the Seahawks where I kind of like the Seahawks were a couple years ago where I think they just kind of need to tear it down, just start new.
Yeah. But the good news is they have Josh Allen. How old is Josh Allen? 26, 27?
Something like that, 27, I
think.
Like,
they got a lot of years.
Diggs is gone, though.
True.
Actually, no, his contracts, they have him until he's like 33.
Well, he's old, too, you could argue.
He's 31, I think.
You have him for a few more years, at least.
There's so many good wide receivers in the league. They can
better than Diggs, too.
Get T. Higgins, bro.
Yeah.
Ooh. T. Higgins is going to get paid this offseason.
Or Jalen McMillan.
I hope he's not going to the draft. Better not be. We need him next year. Willie R needs somebody. Yeah, but big game for the Bills this week. I'm excited. That's on Sunday night. That'll be the best, probably best game of the week.
I think it'll say a lot about both teams. So it's kind of question marks around.
Because they have similar play styles in my mind, where it's like they play up and down. Similar play styles in the sense that they both play up and down their competition. The last time these guys played, the Bills destroyed them.
Yeah.
But I think this is in Miami, so we'll see. It might be a different story. Stop giving me that ugly ass face.
I'm just looking at you, bro. That's it.
All right, let's go to the next game. The Battle of the Birdies. Cardinals. K-Dawg's happy.
Oh, yeah.
35-31 over the Eagles. I've been saying it for weeks. The Eagles are frauds. I was going to hit a drop. I don't know what the one to hit. I mean, guys, what are we doing here? Eagles.
Remember when they were 10-1, the best record in the NFL?
Yep.
Now they've lost, I think, 4 out of the last 5.
Yeah, they have.
Mm-hmm. What a collapse.
I mean, you think losing to the Seahawks is your rock bottom, but no.
Sure.
Cardinals.
You know what's funny about the Cardinals? They only have 4 wins, but they have actually the highest strength of victory in the NFL.
Do they?
They beat the Eagles, beat the Cowboys.
They kind of do. But it's
beat
funny
the Steelers and Falcons.
They lost to the Giants and Commanders, though, which is funny. They're
just, I also think it's funny. It's like early in the maybe first quarter of the year, like C-Dubs, he picked them a lot, couldn't figure them out, blacklisted them. Here we are, week 17. We still don't know what the hell they are. They just don't make any sense.
I think they're just like one weapon away from being pretty dang good.
Yeah, they must be well coached.
I think Glennon should have more props than.
Which is funny because he's supposed to be like a defensive-minded guy, but I find that their offense is kind of clicking better than the defense. Like they're running up high-score games against a lot of these opponents. Yeah. Like it's been the same. Like even against the Niners, who like had a pretty good D, like they put up a pretty decent game against.
Yeah,
it's like. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just think the Eagles' defense is just kind of falling apart.
Well, there are a lot of. I think they're kind of young outside of like.
Which is injuries too, though.
Buda Baker, he started off the season.
About the Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles, yeah.
So I think that's what we're seeing. Like,
Yeah.
they just don't have a defense.
Eagles are falling apart, and Jalen Hurts we've been saying it all year. He just doesn't look
He's the MVP.
what he used to be. Oh, he's gonna have a hell of a week this week then.
Hey,
Yeah, and
reactionary league, baby.
Eight
Didn't
touchdowns.
Devonta Smith is hurt now too.
He is.
So
like long term.
I don't know. I
Probably
think he's
not.
questionable. That's a guy that we kind of missed on this year too, which is a big bummer because he was playing so well
Until
in the playoffs.
little diva AJ Brown.
Yeah, he's playing well at
Had
the
to
beginning of the season,
cry.
and
Yeah, he's cooled down too. Now it's the Julio Jones show.
Serious. Yeah.
He's also wearing, isn't he like wearing number 80 now? It looks
Yeah.
so it's ugly. Who's 11? I guess AJ Brown is 11.
so that's going to launch the Eagles into the 5 seed, right?
AJ Brown should have gave him 11.
Yeah.
Out of respect.
Yeah,
Eagles,
especially when he plays,
Eagles
like,
are
Bowie.
looking at the 5 seed most
Well,
likely.
but that's not even a bad spot because they're playing the winner of the NFC South.
True.
Wow.
It's just they don't get a home game most
Yeah.
likely, so that's gonna be tough.
You guys want to skip this next one?
What is it?
The cat battle.
Jaguars
Jags 26, Panthers 0.
Go Jags.
How about? Did you guys see the clip of the owner of the Panthers throwing a
so did
drink
you see
on
the
Jags
fine he
fans?
got?
No, I didn't.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
$300,000.
Did he? Well, he's a billionaire, so that's like a penny to him.
I
but
think. Do you think he's going to get sued?
he should be, but
He
it's
should
not
be.
going to matter.
I mean,
He's
I'm
a-
saying that fan's going to be making out like a bandit.
I think they should give that
Just
$300,000
get a
to the
little,
fans.
just get a little settlement.
Yeah.
Couple
million.
There's
Dude,
probably
that's
arguments
like-
to be made.
That guy's just such a bozo. Like, he's just run that franchise into the ground. Like, with Rule, with all the QBs, like, it's just, they're so bad. Like,
I don't get it. How can you make a team so bad? Like, if we were owners of a team, I feel like we'd actually do pretty well.
I feel like most fans would say that.
Well, I mean,
But, like, here's the thing. You're
know.
a billionaire. Like, just hire, like, the good people. Like,
well,
the
I know
smart
I'm not
people,
picking
like-
Bryce Young number 1. I can tell you that. I never
Well-
thought anybody should pick him number 1.
Apparently, a lot of NFL scouts did.
I don't know why. Even I can, that in the naked eye. It's
I
like
mean, you were a big
CJ
Stroud. You're a big
yeah.
Stroud guy. I will give you that.
I just don't
Yeah,
get it.
it was just a weird.
Zach Wilson, why is he ever getting picked in the first round?
It's kind of like these guys that just have like
Ridiculous.
this meteoric rise at the last minute that then like don't do well. Because like wasn't Stroud kind of the one, and then actually no, I think Bryce Young was always the consensus one.
He wins
And
the
then-
Heisman, and then you gotta take him number 1. It's
Yeah.
like a trap, bro.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
Johnny
like
Manziel wins the Heisman. You gotta take him number 1.
Devonta Smith wins the Heisman. Oh.
That's different.
Baker
It's
Mayfield
different
wins
for
the
a wide.
Heisman.
It's different for a wide receiver and a running back. If you win the Heisman as a wide receiver or running back, that's because you're really good, or the QB class was just really bad.
Yeah. So the Texans are competing with the Jags right now for the title of AFC South, right?
And the Colts.
And the Colts. So
Well, it's funny because they were tied going into this week. Then they all won this week, I believe.
Yes.
And so now the Texans Colts are playing, but the winner of that game needs the Jaguars to lose.
they're the tiebreaker.
Yeah, but they're also playing for a wild card spot too. But basically the loser, the Colts
Jags play
Texans.
the Titans.
Yeah, but the loser, the Colts Texans, is out of the playoffs. I think almost,
Yeah.
maybe not mathematically, but most likely.
Yeah. I mean, it's just Panthers, gross. Let's get Cam Newton back, huh?
Ew.
He believes he could.
He really does.
Have you seen it? Have you watched his little?
Yeah, that video of him talking bad.
Yeah, I
on,
can't handle
the
it.
the game manager clip.
Well, I'm just saying the outfits he's wearing. He wears the hat. and
Have you also
the-
seen how he types on social media?
No.
He like
Still
because there was like a fake
Finger
text
pointing.
chain to like Debo.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear about that?
No.
But if you look at it, he types in all special characters. Like, you guys should look it up. It's
What?
very strange. Yeah,
Oh.
look it up.
I think it'd be like LeBron, who just uses a lot of emojis.
No, it's even worse.
LeBron's tweets are
it's
fun.
far worse.
It's like the wingdings.
It's one of the cringiest.
basically.
Yes,
Yeah.
like kind of like it's enough where it's legible, but it's like it's.
All right, let's go to the Colts Raiders. Colts taking down the Raiders, 23-20. Did anyone get this one? I think I might have. Did I have the Colts?
I had the Raiders.
We all the Raiders.
I think
but,
we all had the Raiders, yeah.
C-Dub's got the Colts.
Oh, C-Dubs has the Colts. Yeah, I mean, keeping their playoff dreams alive with the Minshew mania. I mean,
You know,
there's not much really to be said about.
C-Dubs made a great point. I had already picked the Raiders, unfortunately, but he was like, Aiden O'Connell
Yeah.
they didn't complete a pass for 3 quarters, and I'm picking them to beat the Colts on the road. Like I heard that, I was like,
I know.
damn, why didn't I think about that? Yeah,
Oh.
that was just
Yeah. Agreed.
How about Adams though?
I mean,
126,
he's Adams.
2 tutties, 13, 21 targets. That's crazy.
Get him a quarterback, and that team's gonna be good.
I know. We kind of
Michael
missed
Payne.
we kind of missed the A-Rod days, huh?
He's just making his Jets audition right now, I think.
Cool.
Hey, speaking of, I guess we'll get to that later.
You want to jump to it?
Speaking of what?
Well, Dalvin Cook just got released from the Jets.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know
That's
that.
your number 10
shit.
running back.
You
So-
know who could use that, low-key? The Cowboys.
Oh,
Yeah, what happened to Dowdle?
actually, yeah.
Is he hurt?
He was hurt.
Because I saw
don't
Juice
think it's-
Vaughn got some
yeah,
action.
yeah, it's not serious, but Dalvin Cook could be just... I mean, but
Interesting.
but Rico's been pretty good, but that could be...
Yeah, I wonder where he goes. Maybe the Ravens or
Yeah, that would make
Yeah, they're
sense,
giving
too.
Melvin
That would
Gordon
make sense.
snaps at the end of the game against the...
Oh, God.
or maybe
The Dolphins.
the Niners.
I don't
Use
think
a
the
backup
Niners
piece.
care.
They got Elijah Mitchell.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying McCaffrey's
and
got a calf.
they only take McCaffrey out when...
Just saying.
Yeah.
Spitballing.
So let's go to the most Giants game of Giants history. I mean, this game was... So I've been gassing up the Rams a lot. So I was actually kind of nervous the Giants were going to win this, and then you guys were going to clown on me, because I've been a little further ahead on the Rams trend
Yeah.
here a little bit. So
Number 6 on the power
26
rankings, I
to
believe.
25, yeah, number 6. And the Giants lost this because they missed a field goal to seal this game. Very much had it within their grasp, and let's just say thank God they didn't. Even though it would have been funny. Also, I'm really mad about this game because I was facing in my championship both Puka and Kyron. Puka was having a relatively quiet game, and then Stafford kind of throws just the ball out to the side to Puka, catches it. The Giants defender, I don't even remember his name, 22 I think, put on the most lazy tackle on Puka, and there was no one behind him to stop him. He stays in bounds and then runs like 85 yards down the field to get to like the 3, and then guess who punches it in for like the second touchdown of the day? Kyron Williams.
It was like a 15-point play.
Yeah, it was
by 2 people.
And I was like, I was kind of like projecting with them,
Yeah.
and so it was just,
That hurts.
I've been gassing up the Giants, or I was gassing up the Giants, and they just bring me so much pain. That's all I really want to say about this. The Rams, though, like, I mean, they're gonna make the playoffs, I think.
I think so too.
They locked. I think they've locked it in now.
Yeah.
And if we want to talk about a dark Ram,
yeah. See, I mean, I think the Rams are probably the best of what those wild card teams will be, but they also, like you said, they should have just lost to the Giants. I mean, I don't know. I don't think anyone's too afraid of playing the Rams in the playoffs.
No, it's just
Unless maybe if you're the
depends
division
which
winning
side of the
Saints.
Rams show up. I think.
Yeah.
So
But have they had any like really impressive? I guess they beat the Browns. That's probably their most impressive win.
I mean, some people have them in the top 5.
Do they?
The Browns.
Oh, the Browns. Oh, true.
So
Yeah, true.
Some
That was
people
Joe
have the Rams
Flacco's
in the
first
top
game. Though.
5.
He was just adjusting.
Yeah. All right. Let's get through these last few. Niners 27-10 over the Manders. Honestly, closer than you'd probably expect.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
17 points is a blowout around here.
like you
and
look
that's
at
close.
you look at the stats, like they didn't like go crazy, but like
yeah, I feel like
I mean, McCaffrey was kind
it's
of.
also a pretty easy win.
McCaffrey didn't do much. this
It's
game.
like they made it look easy. I feel like
not much to be said.
Sam Howell, God, he's dropped off.
So okay, I was
That's such a weird. Yeah, go ahead.
well, I was looking at the draft order last night because I couldn't sleep after that Dogs game. So I just like,
Neither
where's
could
the Doomsday going next year? Or this year? And the Commanders actually have the number 2 pick overall, which I didn't realize.
Do they?
Yeah.
From a trade or just with the standings?
The
Or
record
standings
isn't
or
that
whatever.
bad.
How many wins do they have?
I think
4.
4.
Oh, okay.
Which
Yeah,
is
it
closest.
probably
The top
is
5
just,
are all 4.
Yeah, because the Cardinals have 4.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. So are they gonna pick a quarterback?
You would think
They
so.
should.
Sam Howell?
They should.
He's just not the dude.
I don't think so.
I mean, they benched him for Jacoby.
I mean, if you can get like, because I honestly see a world where the Bears trade back, and somebody takes Williams. I think Williams the consensus, even though I don't think he should be. I don't think he's
He's a
that great.
diva, dude.
Yeah, I don't think he's that great.
Cancer to the team.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know much about Drake May
I don't either.
yet. And then I don't really know who else would fall into 3rd. I know Ewers is supposed to go.
No, it's gonna be the Daniels Heisman winner.
Is he going? Is he?
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
he's declaring. Did he
I
declare?
believe so.
Okay.
A lot of people want him on the Vikings. And then we got Penix.
Yeah, which
Bo
he
Nix.
might.
Bo Nix.
What happens?
Ewers
when-
is not going to be selected.
What happens when
Someone
Penix
was
goes
gassing.
He might
Maybe
go
that's
down
next year.
and
That might have
wins
been
the
next year.
championship?
He might go number 1.
Penix, I think, has launched his stock.
He won't go number 1 because of his injury history.
And he's old.
That's the only thing.
That's fair.
And
he's
his
old.
age.
Yeah,
That's
true.
Well, Bo Nix is really old, too.
He's 23, I think.
Yeah.
Because he had the COVID year.
He's
And then
24.
I saw something like it was
Good Lord.
it was about all the incoming quarterbacks. It was Penix, it was Bo Nix, it was I think Caleb Williams, maybe someone else. Like they're all like kind of old and I think last year's class was really young.
Yeah.
It was like comparing the two. A lot of these incoming rookies will be older than the second year players.
That's crazy.
But I think it's
For the
kind of a good
quarterbacks.
thing because we've seen like a lot of the quarterbacks that stayed in college a little longer actually like do well. Like most recent one, Joe Burrow, I think that played like the full years. So,
Right. Stetson Bennett. He's been playing really well this year.
I'm kind of surprised he never actually got a
Well, there was some sort of, I think, like, personal
issue.
thing.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'd love to see the Commanders take a new QB. They don't really need any. They have so many offensive pieces. Like,
Yeah.
they're not great, but they have a bunch and they spread the ball around. That seems to work, and they got good running backs.
It's just,
I think their O line's kind of a mess.
is it Howell's fault? I mean, he puts up those numbers.
I mean, I'll be curious because I think they're like Rivera's gone this offseason.
Yeah.
They pretty much
It was
already said that.
BM.
And like I think
What
they're
did you
gonna
say his
be
name?
enemy.
Does he just take over?
I don't know. I mean, the offense hasn't been like that great
Yeah,
for him to just be like the dude.
I mean, he's in talks of like being a head coach elsewhere.
Yeah, I would love for them to get some outside because I honestly don't think the offense is that great either. So
I don't know. It's just an odd situation.
The Commanders are just in this limbo too. Like they're not going to be good anytime soon. So and like a rookie QB is not going to fix it.
You probably
Speaking of it,
you probably would have said the same thing about the Texans last year.
Well,
kind of. I mean,
no, I knew Stroud was going to do what he's doing.
Really?
yeah, I was probably a little lower on them. But yeah, speaking of teams that need a quarterback, Steelers 30 over Seahawks
I thought you were gonna say Seahawks.
23. Well, we both need quarterbacks.
No, I think Rudolph is actually.
So you guys just lost to Mason Rudolph at home.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
It happens.
You know, but it wasn't really us losing to Mason Rudolph. Is us getting punched in the face by Najee
Yeah,
Harris
he did have a
and
big game.
Jalen Warren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Like our defense was just like
It's the Seattle
paper
defenses,
thin, man. We can't stop the run. We're so bad. It's always like we're always bad against the run. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Until we get a better defense, we're just not going to win games. You know, our offense. I mean, 23 points isn't going to win a game either. So something's got to change there
Most
too.
often it does against the Steelers. So.
Well, now when you have Mason Rudolph, who's no, I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, we're not playing for anything this year at this point. And I know we probably talked to C-Dubs a little bit last night about it. He wants the coaching staff gone. We've heard that.
He wants P gone.
I kind of agree. I think we keep, like C-Dubs would say, keep him in the office. I want to keep that vibe around the team. I do like.
The culture is like the biggest. The culture is the biggest thing.
It's the biggest draw. I mean, everything. But we need changes on offense. We need changes on defense. Just play calling.
Are we getting Russ back?
I know. I forgot to say.
I was kind of thinking about that.
You want to say it here?
What was it? They just thought there was going to be a Seattle reunion. Russ is coming back to.
No.
I was kind of thinking that crossed my mind today if that is a possibility.
That does not make any sense to me because Russ is old. We need to get the old ways out. That's why we want Pete Carroll gone. I want a new kid come in. Maybe Drew Lock, maybe Michael Penix, maybe Justin Fields, if we can somehow whip that.
Do you think Russ would be an immediate improvement?
No.
If Russ could just learn the playbook in like 1 week.
The playbook is the same plays probably.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, do you think he would be better than Geno or Drew Lock?
No.
I think if Russ is on this team, if he played this whole year, I think the Seahawks are in the playoffs right now. I don't think they're significantly better, but I think he'd be enough to win one or two more games.
No.
Yeah, that's.
Why do you say that? I mean, why was what he has with the Broncos not any better?
Well, I just look at the QB. The QB play of the Seahawks has been pretty mediocre this year.
It's not been great.
It hasn't been great,
and Russ was playing pretty well. Nothing like flashy, but very efficient. I mean, Geno struggled with turnovers for a stretch there that cost him some games.
Okay. Why are they getting rid of Russ if he's been playing really well?
Because Sean Payton is a bozo. Yeah. I hate that.
And it's just like a huge contract.
I saw. I can't pull him out of my ass right now. But on Reddit, like people broke down the stats of Russ, and like if you look at it deeper, he's actually been playing worse than it seems. So
I mean, you watch him and you're not really
Yeah,
impressed.
he's
excited.
not blowing you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's not like blowing you.
like
away.
Okay.
Gino and Drew Lock are making throws.
He wouldn't be a long-term solution for anybody at this point.
Go ahead.
So who does he get? Well, that's not my question. All right, I kind of have a hot take here. I'm kind of curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this because Tomlin did it again, right? Over 500 with
9-7.
bare bones team. And you got a great defense, but the offense isn't there. And he's been doing it every year. So here's my hot take that I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on. Is Mike Tomlin a better head coach than Bill Belichick? Because think about it. Mike Tomlin, he had Ben Roethlisberger, which he's going to be is he already a Hall of Famer? If not, no, he's not.
He will be. He will be. He's just
But
not
like he's
eligible.
not that great. Whereas Bill Belichick had Tom Brady, Hall of Famer, who proved he can do it with a different team. And now when he's got this bare bones garbage, they're not really playing all that well. Where Tomlin's got bare bones garbage, and they're actually winning games. And
So he has Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, who decided to be an amazing freaking athlete all of a sudden. Najee Harris, who is looking pretty good later in the season. Jalen Warren, and Bill Belichick has Ramondre Stevenson, who got hurt a long time ago. Ezekiel Elliott. Who are their wide
yeah,
receivers?
but okay, but
Bailey Zappi.
DeMarco Douglas. But okay, but this has been a thing. Like this has been a multi-year thing. They haven't been good for ever since Tom Brady.
Because
left.
Mac Jones. It's terrible.
Okay,
Mac
well,
Jones is worse than
Bill Belichick's
Mason
also
Rudolph,
the-
Kenny Pickett.
He's also the GM. He does the drafting.
That's true. But
I think
I'm just saying, like, and you kind of put it up like, yeah, he's got the rings, but it's almost like that was kind of a Brady thing. I mean, obviously, you got to give
not
credit
really.
to both.
I don't
but
buy into that at all. I think
I just think-
Belichick's.
the
Mike
fact-
Tomlin had prime Antonio Brown,
Yeah, but think about keeping that head case together.
Le'Veon Bell.
Like, the dude's just a winner. And, like, I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, Tomlin just, even though he hasn't, I think he's gotten, what, 1 or 2 rings?
He's won.
1 against the Hawks.
and
right?
Bill Belichick has how many?
6?
I think 5.
He has 6.
Brady's got 6, I think.
No, Brady's got
He has
7.
Oh, he has 7.
Yeah, Tomlin's got 1
I'm just saying, like,
over the Cardinals.
there's
How
something
can
to
you
be
say
said.
that?
There's something to be said.
One Super Bowl victory.
But you.
to 6.
I'm just saying, Tomlin hasn't had like the quality of athlete.
I disagree.
Julian
They had
Edelman.
great- The
Julian
I mean-
Edelman's gonna be probably would you say he could be like a Hall of Famer? I don't know.
The
stats.
Steelers have some great teams. The year they won the Super Bowl, and they went to another Super Bowl
They did.
against the Packers too, which they lost. But Ben Roethlisberger's a Hall of Famer. They had amazing defenses, a great defensive coordinator. I think Mike Tomlin's a great coach, though. I mean, he definitely elevates this team clearly.
I just think there's an argument that could
yes,
be made.
what,
So you guys
se-
don't like the hot take?
no.
I think in 5 years you might look back and think differently.
No. Bill Belichick's.
Dude, if Belichick doesn't turn it around, his legacy's kind of. I mean, it'll always be there, but
No.
it'll
You're
be like.
so reactionary.
I'm
You're
just
just like the
saying.
league,
it's-
dude.
No.
He's been doing this for forever, and he's been great at it.
Yeah, with Brady.
He has like the second most wins ever,
With Brady.
and the second best win
Brady.
percentage ever.
With Brady.
It doesn't matter,
I
okay?
don't know. All right, let's move on.
Brady. We talked about
Did
this
you guys-
too. Brady didn't really have the weapons. We talked about what he had. Julian Edelman.
No, Bill Belichick's arguably the best coach ever. Definitely
Yeah.
top 5. Mike Tomlin, maybe top 20.
Top,
Maybe.
maybe
Well,
top.
Mike McCarthy's number 1.
Well, yeah. Whoa, shit. Yeah.
Well, what about Kellen Moore?
Well,
Not yet. His legacy
he'll be
hasn't
up
started.
did you guys know? I read this today. So some people are calling for like Mike Tomlin's head. Like, oh,
Well, we
he's-
talked. C-Dubs and I
he's in
talked
the
about
middle.
it.
Do you
last
know?
week.
Since 1969, the Steelers only had 3 head coaches.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
That's awesome. Ooh, how many years is Tomlin? Is it 18?
Since 2007, I believe.
Oh, so.
Did he
So
lead them to their
16.
like? That was the year he won the Super Bowl, right? 2007.
I think they won in 2008. Or
It was when we
2000.
played the Seahawks. When they played the Seahawks.
No, that was with.
It was 07 or 08.
That was with Bill Cowher.
Okay.
That was before Tomlin.
You're talking to the NFL encyclopedia over here.
Played the Cardinals.
K-Dawg.
2008, I believe, which is his second year.
Was that Palmer? Was he on the Cardinals then?
Carson Palmer.
No, that was Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner.
No, I don't think it was.
In the Super Bowl, it was, yes.
You sure?
You just kind of seem like you're pulling this out of your ass.
No. Trust me. Look it up.
Was Carson Palmer on the Bengals at that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the Chiefs. Bengals. The fraudulent Chiefs beating the Bengals.
I think Carson
25-17.
Palmer went to the Super Bowl.
This is a football podcast.
Bengals Chiefs, yeah. What do you guys got to say?
Jake
about
Browning,
this
man,
one?
he looked like he was about to do it that whole game to me.
I mean, Bengals got out to a lead, but then the Chiefs just kept chipping away.
Putting up 14 in the second quarter, and then nothing after that. But yeah, you're right. 7-6-3-9. That's what the Chiefs did over the whole game.
Yeah, they just kept chipping. Got their 8th straight division title.
That's gross. Pacheco,
He looked great this
he
game.
looks good.
Dude, and Rice.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're right. I just think Pacheco's has like a big chip on his shoulder this whole season. Everyone said, "Oh, the draft capital. He's not." Gonna
Dude,
be
he's so good.
around. Blah blah blah. I'm kind of speaking in a dynasty sense. He's been dynamite, man.
He runs so hard. Like, you can just see it. Like, when he's winding up to go, man, he just a pep in his step, and he's blowing
It's like
dudes
the
up.
Terminator.
Yeah, like he's awesome. Rashi Rice turned out to be a dude, which I think,
Yeah.
Mahomes needs desperately, because Kelsey's kind of slowing down.
Yeah, he didn't do it. He had like
He's
3 for 15.
you kind of just like, you don't really see him like as explosive, or maybe like defenses have figured out, because he used to be so good about finding the open spot
Yeah.
in zone coverage, and he doesn't really.
But I think part of it though is like defenses now. Like you look at you're playing the Chiefs, you're like, okay, we're gonna take away Travis
Yeah,
Kelce. We're
there's
not
double
worried
him.
about these guys. They
Yeah.
can't even catch it half the
True.
time.
Yeah, do you see how many drops MVS had again? Oh my god, he's so bad.
So do you think there's also a little something on his mind? A little pussy whip?
I was asking my girlfriend. I was like, did Taylor Swift suck the soul out of Travis Kelce?
I mean, if you think about it,
he played well in the first
He
half.
has to spend more time with, away from football. When he wasn't dating her, it's like all it is football every day.
Yeah.
We don't know that though. We don't know what he was doing before.
Oh, well, actually, I asked my girlfriend about this. Apparently, they're rumored to have started dating back in July.
Oh, okay.
They just
Wow.
didn't make it public until very recent. So,
All right, that's enough airspace for that.
all right. You went. Oh, do you want to go ahead? And
I was just gonna say Bengals are eliminated. You got to feel for Bengals fans. Just a wasted year.
Well,
Kinda
I
sucks.
kinda
we all picked
disagree.
them to be in the Super Bowl.
I kind of disagree with that. I was thinking about that, and I was like, your immediate reaction to Joe Burrow going down was that your season's over. The
Yeah.
fact that Browning even kept them in and like kind of gave him a little bit of hope.
True.
I mean,
Well-
like if I were a fan of the Bengals, I think that'd be awesome.
No, because if you think it's like
then
exactly where
you
the
don't get a good
Seahawks
draft
are.
pick.
That's right.
I mean, so what? Like you're in the live in the present.
All I was saying,
They're still
I
going to
agree,
be good next year.
I agreed. They were better than we thought once Burrow went down. But I was just saying, like going into this year, they're hoping to go to the Super Bowl.
Sure,
They don't even
sure.
make the playoffs. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, this is like what, second
You
time
know,
this has happened to Burrow
yeah.
where he went down.
right. And like the past 2 years, the only thing keeping them from the Super Bowl was the Chiefs. This year, the Chiefs aren't very
Oh
good,
man, yeah.
and now they're not even in the playoffs. So
Yeah, but now they get killed by the Ravens, so tough.
We'll see.
All right, battle of Jared Stidham and Eason Stick, 16-9 Broncos over the Chargers. Do you guys want to talk about this? I was expecting the Chargers to win this game.
That was too. I forgot Broncos defense is actually pretty good,
I mean, are they?
and Easton Stick sucks.
this was just a coin flip for me.
Do you have the Broncos on this one?
I did.
K-Dawg?
Of course he did.
Jesus. All right.
I'm just,
I don't know if I can ever pick Jared Stidham.
Well, you did. And then
Oh, sorry.
Easton
No, I
Stick.
spoke wrong. I meant Easton Stick. I'm sorry.
Stick. Eason shit. Sorry, Eason Stick's parents.
That was messed up.
This is my boy!
That's my boy Easton Stick. All right. Packers, Vikings. Packers 33 to the Vikings 10.
We just lost a follower for that, by the way,
Why?
for that drop.
Why? Why can't I like I'm not gonna play that? You play that for Mark Andrews. Why can't I play it for Easton
Wait, I
Stick?
forgot. We needed a celebratory Broncos.
Oh, bro.
Oh no! Oh, shit. Wrong one. No, I lost it. There we go.
I'm riding with the Broncos. Were you
All right, we just
we
lost
just
2 more followers.
We
Are
have
we
some
just
technical difficulties.
Are we just gonna play that every time we talk about the Broncos now?
If
No,
they
we're gonna play
win-
this one.
Be careful, though. It's spicy.
Well, that's not gonna be relevant anymore now that Russ is gone.
Right.
And then the Packers, man, they're winning in,
Yep.
Winning in.
Winning in.
but they got to face the Bears
Yeah.
in Lambeau, which is like, this is funny because this is just like last year, where Packers, if they lose, or they're winning in, they lost to the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Lions homies out there. This year, the Bears can stop them again in Lambeau. Like, how poetic that would be, especially after Jordan Love did that whole little "we still own you" thing. Back
Did
when
he
they
do
beat-
that?
Didn't they? Didn't
Wasn't
he?
that Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. No.
Or Jordan Love did
the
it
same
too?
thing, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, question here: if the Bears win, I know I'm jumping ahead. Do they have a chance to be in the playoffs?
No, they're out.
Okay.
I think
I
they're
thought I
like-
heard something yesterday.
No.
C-Dubs were talking.
They
about that.
got eliminated like a week or two
Oh,
ago.
okay.
Yeah. Did you guys know Jordan Love is third in the NFL in touchdown passes with 30?
Yeah, that's really good, man.
It is really good.
I was kind of
Like
Give him a lot
I
of
think
crap
he's definitely their
earlier
guy
on,
going
yeah.
forward. They're not thinking about anybody else.
no looking good. It's such a young squad. Just get the defense better.
Yeah.
I think they'll be fine.
So
Vikings, meanwhile, are a mess.
yeah,
Well,
which we had them all win the division, right? Did anyone pick the Lions out of us to win the division?
I don't think so.
I don't recall.
I think we all had the Vikings. I know we didn't have the Packers. That's for darn sure. But all right, guys, the moment that everyone's been waiting for. The giveaway.
The standings.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, K-Dawg. I just didn't really want to talk about this.
That's fair.
Well, let's
1 week left. It's loading.
I'm only saying I didn't want to talk about it because I'm pretty sure I'm going to last again.
You're still in mine,
I think you just might be. Let's see.
K-Dawg's pulling up the stats.
Yes. So I jumped ahead. I got 3 games on Koop this week, which is huge. So now a 5-game lead.
Look at him right in the eyes.
158 wins for me. Koop's got 153, and Prophet J's got 151. So
Yikes.
16 games left. Do you think you have a chance?
And I have a chance to lose. You get last, so that's not cool.
We should come up with a punishment for next year.
Well, we're doing a buy next year.
Yeah. We'll do a pool. Get everybody involved.
No, this is our thing.
Oh, we're doing a buy-in with us.
Yeah, just
Oh,
us.
that's what you meant. Okay.
Honey?
Honey?
One honey?
Oh,
Well, that's,
2 honey.
I wish you would have
One
thought
for
of that
you, one for
earlier.
me.
Yo, yeah, but I bet K-Dawg. Yeah, it's close, but I'm feeling confident. My picks, I got teams you don't even expect on here to win
Okay.
games.
Okay.
He invented teams.
I mean, you might as well just, if I were you guys, I wouldn't worry about getting last. I just go for it.
That's what I'm doing.
That's what I'm doing too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm already
Alright.
dead last. Like, what could be worse?
Fair.
I'm in second. What could be worse? I could be last.
Should we get to that giveaway?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, can we get the drum roll?
You want me to spin the wheel?
This is live on air.
This is live, I guess. So. And the winner is Tyler Ollie7 on IG. You have won.
Let's go, baby! Get that merch!
My friend, you have won really anything in the merch store. You can get a sweatshirt, you can get a custom design.
Yeah, get something custom. Hit me up, or we'll reach out to you. Get
Yeah.
your deets for shipping stuff, and in the process of that, you can let me know if you want something custom, and I can whip something up for you.
Yeah, so congrats. Thank you for entering the giveaway. Thank you to everybody that entered the giveaway. We appreciate you and your support of the podcast. And honestly, the merch is fire. I got one myself. It's actually comfy as shit.
Yeah,
It is.
good.
And stylish.
And stylish.
So beyond graphics, I actually hand make those too.
Really?
Those sweaters, yeah.
He's in the factory all day, busting those out. Yeah. Well, sweet. And I'm sure we'll do another giveaway soon.
Yeah.
Maybe do one for the playoffs, like we've been
right.
hinting a little bit. Got to come up with a structure for that. Make it a little clearer for the folks out there. We'll see. But yeah, it was fun. Fun doing that. And yeah, I think we'll take a quick break before we hop in to the pick'ems. Welcome back to Shmokin Hot Takes. And we got for you guys and gals a Week 18 NFL pick'em.
You know what's funny? Every time you come in, you're like, "Welcome back to Shmokin Hot Takes." I just think of Donald Trump, like how he kind of talks. And then
Does
you
he
did
do that?
You did his little, like, kind of like his voice right there too.
That was the Donald Trump voice?
I mean, it's
Is
close.
okay? I wasn't going for it, but if I get a impression, that'd be
Donald
kind
Trump's
of
like, and they're looking real nice.
fun.
I don't know.
I love it. That's great. That's first I do Dak Prescott, now I do Donald Trump. I'm
Yeah.
hitting all them boys. All right. Do you think Donald Trump's a Cowboys fan? He probably is.
He's probably a New York fan.
I've never heard
Giants
that.
or Jets.
Giants,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Something like that.
Yeah. Tough.
I mean, him and Jerry Jones, they kind of run in the same circles though.
Yeah, I actually saw him on the. I saw Jerry Jones on the flight list.
On the Epstein flight. Did you hear about that?
I've never heard that. Alright, now there has been some questionable pictures that have came out with Jerry Jones, but I haven't heard him tied to Epstein.
No, him and Deshaun Watson. Right?
Oh, right.
No, that was Robert Kraft.
Well, they're about to say Roger Goodell.
No, I flipped him in
Yeah,
my mind.
Robert Kraft, he got the massages.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, that's right.
A lot of massages in the NFL.
Ooh.
Careful. All right. First week of the game, fella. First week of the game. God. First game of the week. And this is Thursday night? Is that right?
Nope.
No, Saturday. There's 2 Saturdays.
Oh, no Thursday night game this week?
Thank God.
That sucks. Oh.
No
This
Thursday,
is
no
this
Monday.
is a Monday night special edition Saturday.
Oh, I know.
Dude,
That
when
was
they
so
came,
weird.
when
I
they
was like,
it
why?
tripped me
I hate
out
that.
so much
I
when
hate
that came
that
in.
so much.
I was like, why are we trying to do that?
It's
Just
so
like,
stupid.
Just say it's Saturday Night Football.
I guess because like Monday night's
It's a
the
brand.
brand,
Yeah,
but
it's a
it's so
brand.
stupid. I hate it when they do that.
Yeah. All right, so this is hitting out 1:30 Pacific Standard Time. All right, we got the Ravens taking on the Steelers. Steelers, the 3.5-point favorite, presumably because Vegas thinks Lamar's not playing, or probably a lot of the defense.
Right.
Because they just lock in the first, right? They locked
did.
in the 1
They
seed.
did.
Which is so we're going to see Snoop. We're going to see our boy Snoop Huntley. Also, I have a question before any of us answers our picks for this game.
Sure.
Does the transitive or does the Thursday curse move to Saturday now for Koop?
Well, you literally picked the Jets on Thursday. Wait, that wasn't Thursday.
That was Thursday.
Oh, it was Thursday,
That was
and you
Thursday.
lost. So are you cursed now?
Maybe.
Maybe
There
the
you
curse
go.
has been lifted. I mean, no more
I think
Thursdays.
it lifted with
no more Thursdays.
Someone exercised me a few weeks ago, where like we all picked them, and I was just like,
Yeah, I knew what you're talking about. I don't remember.
So this is kind of a big game for the Steelers, right? Because they have playoff implications.
Right.
They go 10-7. Whereas the Ravens are locked in. They're probably just resting everybody. Mark Andrews could potentially come back. Not
This
for this
game?
Not
No.
for this game. For the playoffs. So
I think unfortunately we're all going to pick the same person or same team, and we are all hoping the other people would pick the other team.
is that true, K-Dawg? Who'd you pick for this game?
I'm not sure. I thought it was true, but then you guys have these little smirks on your okay.
It's like we don't want to pull the.
I
gun
thought
first.
about taking the Ravens because you plug in Tyler Huntley, they can pretty much run that same offense. You're playing the Mason Rudolph-led Steelers. You're at home. I think the Ravens have been dominant at home this year. But I did pick the Steelers because it's just a must-win game. I don't know who's all going to be playing for the Ravens, but yeah, they've locked it in.
Isn't there like a world in which the Ravens say, yeah, we actually want to play like our dudes because then we could potentially knock the Steelers out?
I don't think
Or
they're
are they
afraid of
locked
the
in?
Steelers. I think
Do they lock in a
I would
playoff
just
spot?
say
The
you'd
Steelers have-
rather keep your MVP
Yeah.
healthy.
Yeah, especially with his
I guess
play
against
style.
TJ Watt. Yeah.
Yeah. Steelers have not locked it in. They need a win, I think. But
They
the
do.
Ravens aren't afraid of the Steelers. They'll take that all day in the playoffs.
Same vein, I picked the Steelers. Just with the news, everyone's going to be sitting. I mean, it just makes sense.
All right, I got the Steelers too.
Yep.
I honestly thought one of you guys were at least going to pick the
I
Ravens.
kind of thought so too, because
So
it
I'm a
could
bummed.
happen. It's possible.
I'm playing by the honor code. I was really tempted to be like, I took the Ravens. Wink,
Well,
wink.
to get a game,
Yeah.
we should.
No, I'm gonna do it by the honor code. I have my things circled. So, all right, let's go to the Colts Texans. Texans 1.5-point favorite. This is kind of a win and in situation for these. Is it both teams?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
think
win
so.
and they get at least the wild card. I think.
So 47.5-point over/under. That's huge. And this is in, I'm assuming not Texas because that's where the Natty's being
it's
held.
in Indianapolis. Yeah.
So in Indianapolis.
That wouldn't have mattered.
You think it turned around fast enough?
Yeah, I don't think I'm with you. I don't think they would. They wouldn't do it back to back. So they got all this.
This
stuff,
thing was like plan. I mean,
It
the
is a
seasons were
Saturday.
scheduled,
It is
like-
Saturday versus Monday.
Yeah,
they
they-
do that on purpose, though. They're not gonna.
I don't know.
But they gotta recover the field and
It's probably turf, dude.
The Saints
You know,
weren't.
people
The
don't like
Saints weren't
turf.
at home on Sunday.
It's probably just how it worked out. It was all
No.
coincidental.
All right, guys.
We're gonna go back years and.
I got the Colts in this one.
Really?
Minshew mania, baby.
Really?
He's gonna lead them to the
I
playoffs.
hate you.
You
You
got
definitely have the Colts too, don't you?
No, I got the Texans.
Let's go.
You guys are both taking.
I'm
Colts.
taking the Colts because I think the Texans are a year early. They kind of show.
And what are the Colts?
I think the Colts are like. I wouldn't say they're. It's like. I don't know how to explain it.
You know, I called the Colts to be a playoff team 10 weeks ago, and
You
I'm
did.
sticking by that.
And I think
fair.
K-Dawg agreed.
And honestly, I also called the
I
Texans.
did.
I also called the Texans a playoff team,
Yeah.
so that's kind of funny. But
No, you're right. I did say the Colts were a playoff team a few weeks ago. Not as early as you, though, of course.
I mean, both teams are playing good brands of football. Like Minshew's doing it, and I mean, it's the Colts though. They're kind of shaky on the run D, if I remember right. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Colts
Singletary could have a big day.
Colts have their weapons back. Michael Pittman's back, like pretty healthy, a week removed from
They got
his
Johnny
injury.
T.
Johnny T, Josh Downs, Minshew's can still sling it. Texans.
I think this is gonna be a sneaky good game.
I think so too. Texans really just only have Stroud. I mean,
But
and
they got
Nico Collins.
Nico.
Nico
They got
Collins.
Nico.
I think the legend of C.J. Stroud grows.
Begins.
And gets
I
into
think
the
it's already
playoffs first year.
begun, but I think it grows here.
Yeah,
They could even take a game in the playoffs. Who knows?
fair enough.
But
So
yeah,
it'd be-
I literally picked Texans just because
I don't
C.J.
think-
Stroud.
I don't think
I just
either
think
of
it's a
these.
little too early.
I don't think either one of these teams wins a game if they make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think I said the Colts a while back could, but it's a low, slim chance. All right, Falcons versus the Saints. Saints 3-point favorites. This is in New Orleans. The Caesar Superdome, baby. Over under 42.5. Falcons aren't playing for anything, right? And the Saints.
I think the
Are
Falcons
playing forever.
Falcons have a chance, don't they? Or were they eliminated?
No, I think they were eliminated with a
Oh,
loss
really?
this past week.
I thought they had like a slim chance.
They are 7-9.
Well, I mean, Saints are 8-8. Buccaneers are 8-8.
So I guess if they both lose,
But
but the
what's
Bucks
the
are playing
tiebreaker?
the Bucks are playing the Panthers.
There needs to be a tiebreaker going on.
I'm not sure what the tiebreaker is. Yeah.
But I'll just jump in. How about that?
Sure.
I got the Saints.
Yeah.
And I think everybody does here.
Yeah, I got the Saints. I mean, they're at home. They've been more consistent.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
in an effort to get a game back,
That's fair.
Nice.
That's
I'm
fair.
taking the Falcons here. I want to think that maybe Arthur Smith, feels like he's kind of playing for his job here.
Not at all. He has the
Well-
highest job security in the nation right
Yeah,
now.
apparently because of his daddy.
It's FedEx money.
Yeah, FedEx money. Dude, why doesn't he just retire? Like, just go do nothing.
Would you rather be
Yeah.
retired or coach a
Well, he's
NFL
probably.
team?
I
would
think
love
he's
to coach.
hated. I think he's hated by like the state of Georgia. So
That's fair.
I'd rather not be doing anything than be hated by a whole state. So I'd rather.
Well said. That's fair.
Yeah, sounds to me. But
I'd rather do something with my life.
you can do many other things.
But he loves football.
Okay, then be a special advisor.
Well, I mean,
Actually, he'd be a terrible
yeah.
special advisor. All right, Bengals versus Browns. Bengals, 6-point favorite, which was surprising because I guess the Browns are locked, but
But are they Drew locked?
are they HCL'd? I mean, the Browns got nothing to play for here, really, but Vegas has them by 6.
Well,
I'm taking the Browns.
really?
Give me them Bengals.
I mean,
I think that's the same noise as your Jaguar noise.
the Browns are. I think they're locked in at the
They're-
5th seed.
yeah,
so
they
they're
have nothing to play
resting.
for,
They have
yeah.
nothing to play for. Bengals don't have much to play for, but
Jake Browning's
our
got a
friend,
job to play
exactly.
for.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Our friend Koop's favorite drinking buddy, Jake Browning, he's got something to play for.
That's C-Dub's favorite drinking buddy.
He's my favorite dancing buddy.
Yeah, okay.
You know what's funny?
My bad.
Actually, after you mentioned, we were talking about Trey Adams a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
The clip of him
Oh,
popped
came
up
back.
on Reddit, and I was thinking I should have sent it out because you still haven't seen it.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
It's hilarious. That was Coop's favorite drinking buddy.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
no,
did he
Jake,
ever make a practice squad or anything?
No, he just retired.
He's retired
That's
right after being.
Point.
All right,
He was on the Bills practice squad, I believe.
so I got 2 unique ones. I'm doing great so far.
nice, yeah.
Or you have 2 losses.
All right, Patriots versus Jets. Patriots 2.5-point favorite. Over under 30.5. Is that the lowest of the season? I think it might be. No, we have some in the 20s.
It might be, yeah. Yeah,
It's
I
in the
think-
20s.
yeah.
Gross game. Do we know? I don't know where this one is.
It's in Foxborough.
In Foxborough.
Who you got, Coop?
The British are coming! The British are coming! You know who that is? One of the most notable Patriots of all time.
Paul Revere.
Paul Revere. That's
You
what
know-
a Patriot sounds like right
You
there.
know, fun story. So, back in 6th grade, we had to do a historical project where you dressed up as a character,
Yeah,
and you had to like ask people to ask you questions about you, and you'd be like
for sure.
pretend to be the guy. I was Paul Revere.
That's really cool.
Thought you guys.
So
would
did
care
you
about
say
that.
my line?
Yeah. The British are coming. The British are coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say he said it twice.
The British are coming.
That's
You
3
don't,
times.
you, don't
so
think
that's not
you
far.
don't think he said it more than 2 times.
I mean, it was a long
And then the
ride.
horse neighed.
I'm riding with the Broncos. Yee.
The horse did that.
Uh,
All right. Who do you guys got? He's got the
I got the Patriots.
Pats. K-Dawg?
do you have any rationale for that besides your Paul Revere impression?
Let's see. Patriots are at home. The Jets are just hot dog water, bro. On offense.
Yeah, but Zappy against the Jets D?
I mean, who's playing Simeon against the Patriots D? Patriots D is pretty good still.
I'd rather
I
have Simeon.
think
I'd rather have Zappy.
my,
We just saw the Jets get torched by who? Joe Flacco.
Yeah, who's comeback player
Who
of the
throws usually like 3 picks a
year.
game.
If you can beat a guy who almost died for comeback player of the year, that means you're a pretty darn good football player. That's what I'll say.
give you that
here.
one. I'll give you that one.
I think my rationale for this one, both teams have nothing to play for. But the Jets entered this season, they had Super Bowl aspirations. And I think in this game, last game of the season, I think Robert Saleh gets them hyped up. I think they're pissed off. I think they win this game.
Why are they pissed off? What are they pissed off about?
About their
Shouldn't they have been
losing
pissed off
season.
this whole
They're
season?
pissed off
No,
at
this
Zach
is
Wilson.
This is their last chance. Robert Saleh's
Last chance for what?
to get any sort of joy out of this season.
Okay.
And also they're playing the Patriots. Come on.
Yeah, give me the Jets.
Cool. I'll take a free dub.
It's a 2.5 point line. What are you talking about?
All right. Jaguars vs. Titans. Jaguars 5.5 point favorite. They got something to do here. They got to win. Over-under is 40.5. Is this in Nissan?
It is.
Nissan.
Assuming that means Tennessee.
And this is kind of scary. That is Tennessee. This is kind of a scary one because this is like Derrick Henry's like last hurrah with the Titans. So he just have a monster like legacy Derrick Henry 400-yard game.
Do we know? Yeah, that. And then do we know if Trevor Lawrence is playing?
I don't think so.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I would honestly just let him. Well, I guess this is a win and in kind of thing for them too. I'd say rest him if you can.
Prophet Jay, how about you lead us off?
I got the Jags.
Weak.
I got the Jags too.
Weaker. I got the FIFA Titans, baby. Let's go.
I think, we've talked about how, like, you like to pick the Chargers, I like to pick the Patriots, you like to pick the Titans.
Because I like Derrick Henry, I like DeAndre Hopkins,
Fair.
and I think Ryan Tannehill's gonna have a legacy game.
Really. And
Tannehill's going to is
so
Levis
people are gonna look back at this game and be like, wow, remember that time Ryan Tannehill led the 5-win Titans.
I just think, well, Tannehill's kind of playing for a job too because he
No,
was gonna be a
he's
free
not.
agent.
He's not playing for
talking
them.
That dude should just retire.
He's not going anywhere.
Well, then we might. See
Who would you
him
rather
go-
have? Jake Browning, Ryan Tannehill. Who would you rather have?
Okay,
Joe Flacco, Ryan Tannehill. Who would you rather have? Nick Mullins, Ryan Tannehill.
Who would you rather have? Bailey Zappi, Ryan Tannehill.
Bailey Zappi.
Who'd you rather have? Kenny Pickett, Ryan. It's like
Kenny Pickett. Who'd you rather
there's
have?
so many mid QBs around the league.
Penix
Of course, he's playing for a
or
job.
Tannehill.
I don't know. Whatever. I just see it's gonna be funny just because we all picked the Jags to win the AFC South. They have this last shot to win it. I just think you're gonna.
I need
choke,
this dub,
man.
baby.
I could see
You're
it.
choked.
I could see it, but
I mean, I do think Derrick Henry's gonna have.
what's
kind of a good
the
game.
line in this one? How much
5.5.
Okay,
Jags
that's
favorite.
pretty decent. Titans
Yeah.
are pretty bad. If Titans showed any more sign of life, maybe I would choose.
I mean,
them,
but the Titans have beaten good teams. Oddly enough,
like who?
the Bengals.
Are they good?
I don't remember. Was that with Burrow? I don't remember that.
No. I don't think so.
My
I don't
mem-
remember
my
that
memory
game.
is
Did they
pre-
even play?
My memory's pretty short.
Yeah, did they even play against each other?
Pretty positive.
That doesn't,
yeah.
that
I
doesn't
don't
ring a
know
bell,
about
but
that.
like also I feel like I would forget that game.
Move on to the next game. I'll look this one up.
All right. Lions, Vikings. Lions 3-point favorites. Over/under is 45.5.
All right, week 4. Titans beat the Bengals 27-3.
That's a Joe Burrow game.
Wow.
That was when the Bengals were really stanky, though.
Yeah.
Like
Titans
very
put up
stanky.
21 in the second quarter, and then put up 3 the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good win. Give it to him. Okay. I got the Lions. Honestly, the Lions are probably going to rest some of their guys, too. Actually, no. Because they probably have seat implications on this one, huh? Like, if the boys lose?
I don't know. This one's weird because it's like technically they do. They could get the 2 seed if the Cowboys lose,
Well, your guys
and
are
maybe the
playing
Eagles have to
Commanders.
lose too. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Like
No.
it's like they're not playing for a lot.
Yeah, dude, the Vikings, they're in a quarterback crisis. Like, they're not winning this game. Give me the Lions. Like, this is one where I wanted to take the Vikings. I'm surprised the line is a short. Wasn't C-Dubs just telling us that an interdivisional game with a 3-point spread is kind of sus, and you got to take the...
If you really think the Lions are going to lose to the Vikings after they should have beat the Cowboys...
It's at home for the Lions, too.
Time.
Why is it only 3 points?
They must think they're going to rest then, I would think.
They shouldn't.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They have seed implications.
Yeah.
So I don't get why it's only 3
They're going to
points.
come out...
But that
even
feels,
if they do rest, we're going to see some maybe...
I bet C-Dubs got Vikings cover on this. This is a sus line. This is
I mean, the Vikings just look so bad recently. I have the Lions too. It's just...
Yeah, we all got the Lions. Yeah. I'm not stupid enough to try to.
Are you stupid enough to take the Panthers over the Bucks? Because the Bucks are 5.5 point favorites over under 37.5.
They deserve more than that. I got the Bucks. I think this will be.
You're not taking the Panthers.
This won't be close.
Let me check my notes.
No, if you take the Panthers.
Because I got the Pirates, Buccaneers.
Okay, give me the Bucks too.
Bucks win.
Come on.
They're AFC South champs.
Come on, see, I even got it right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of my other ones.
Baker Mayfield's going back to the playoffs.
Bakey boy.
Yeah. All right, and then we could probably blow past this next one. Cowboys Commanders. Cowboys 13.5 point favorite. Is anyone taking the advantage?
I have one note on this. Feel free to change your minds. I'll allow it. This exact same scenario as last year. The Cowboys were playing for the NFC East division, playing in Washington against the Commanders, high favorites, and they lost 26-6. It's Sam Howell's first ever start.
Who are you picking?
So if that adds any temptation,
can we switch?
With that being said, I'm taking the Cowboys. But
Can I switch from the team I have written down?
No, because you have the Commanders.
I have the boys. I want to switch though.
Well, I already have the Commanders.
Okay, then I'll keep the boys.
You really do?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, you don't.
Well, you knew you could take it from me. Is that
Exactly.
why?
Well, that's part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
And interdivisional game. I think Jacoby Brissett's probably going to play this game.
Was hurt last one.
I think he might be healthy enough to come in. Cowboys coming off that snub to the Lions. Or, not, you know what I mean. Lions should have won.
Yeah.
This is some karma. Karma's coming back this game, I think.
And you were talking a lot of trash, and I said bad karma's coming your way.
That's right.
Dude, it's one of those where I could see it. And this would be the pick of the year if he gets the Commanders or the boys.
I mean, this is just... If the Cowboys lose this game, it would
it'd
be the biggest...
You're teetering on the cycle right now, K-Dawg.
This would literally be one of the worst losses in several years. Like, because they have so much at stake to get the second seed versus being the fifth seed. That's such a huge difference. They need to win this game.
And if I had to prove it, I have it right here. But
No, I see it. I don't think Washington's won since like early November or something.
I mean, they're
like that.
primed. They're due.
Are they?
I don't know, man. Something bad's brewing.
Are they
for
really
boys.
going to win, though, and worsen their pick? Because you said there's all these teams with 4 wins, right? And so then if they drop like 5 spots...
I don't think Cowboys fuck around this game. I think it's not close.
Yeah, I agree.
We're going to see that 3 interception game I called last week.
I also wanted to give myself a little pat on the back.
Okay.
If you guys recall, back after week 9, we had our little... what are you doing?
He's waiting.
I was waiting.
Go ahead, come
We
on.
had our little mid-season Shmokin hot take for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
That was right after the Cowboys lost to the Eagles. We're 2.5 games back in the division, and I said the Cowboys would come back and win it. And now they're one game away.
Congrats, kid.
And I hope that didn't just.
Did you include
That's pretty cool.
that ref ball would be going on in that?
True.
I didn't go into detail.
You could probably expect that.
Yeah, that's fair. Did Jerry Jones really buy... He bought the refs off the Chiefs and got them for himself.
Yeah.
Okay, 49ers Rams. 49ers are the 3-point favorite. Who do you...
You doing it?
I'm taking the Rams.
I'm taking the Rams.
No, are you really?
Yeah.
God.
He just changed his pick.
No, I didn't. It's written down. You can pick. You can look. I was debating this one. I feel like I don't know if the Rams are gonna rest or not.
They're not going to rest. They could drop down quite a bit.
Could they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I still got 49ers. They're a deep team.
Let's go, baby.
That's a scary one.
I think they win anyway, but yeah, I don't know. That was maybe the hardest one of the week. Well, I shouldn't say that, but it was a harder one.
That wasn't a hard one for me because I just knew I was hoping I figured someone would take the Niners. So
yeah.
All right, Giants Eagles. Eagles are the 5.5 point favorite. And the over-under is 41.5 points right now. So
I think we all got the Eagles here, huh?
I do have the Eagles in this
Yeah.
one. I think they're going to take some anger out on the...
Yeah, if they lose this game, I
The
don't
Giants.
even... what do you even say? I don't know.
I
But
mean,
I
the
think they're
Giants
locked
almost
into-
beat the Rams.
They're locked into 5, I think.
I
so
mean,
don't
they
think it
played
really
each other.
matters.
They played each other too. Well, no, they can win the division if the Cowboys lose. So it's a big
Which
game
the
for them.
Cowboys are going to.
Well, according to some.
And then your little pat on the back there is going to be
I know.
looking pretty
You just blowing from stupid down.
stupid.
I know. I might have said that 1 week too prematurely, but
It's all good.
I mean, they played each other 2 weeks ago. I think the Eagles beat them by 8 or something, but it was like that was on Christmas.
super
I think it was
close.
it's closer than you would think. But come on,
Yeah. I mean, still not worth trying to pick an upset there to me. Even though I took the Commanders over the Cowboys, I don't whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Are you really not worried about me beating you?
No, I'm good. Okay.
Wow.
Because I know I'm going to beat you.
I like the confidence.
Be careful though. It's spicy.
This is my next one. Packers versus the Bears.
Come on, we all picked the same team here.
Yeah, because the Packers, if they win, they're in. Who do you got, Koop?
I got the Bears.
Ew, that was gross. So you think
really?
the Hawks are going to sneak in?
We'll see.
You got the Bears too.
Yeah, I got the Bears.
I got the Bears too.
Ah,
I had a whole storyline for this.
dude, the Bears just like.
Well, let's
Well,
hear
I
it.
want to hear it. Yeah. go
Well,
ahead.
my storyline. Well, I thought the Packers are what? They're decent favorites, right? They're at home. They're playing again in the playoffs. I just thought the Bears. I mean, we talked about Jordan Love doing the little that we own you type of
Yeah.
thing. The Bears, they're tired of getting beat up by the Packers. You know, and this is their chance. They've been hot lately. Even though they're not playing anything, it's a rivalry game. There's a chance to knock their arch rival out of the playoffs. So
What? God, there's a freaking Joker over here just.
and would that send the Seahawks to the playoffs? Is that all?
Yeah, if we get
If
the
they win,
Cardinals.
in which case they would probably go play the Cowboys, and we'll have a little party.
Yeah,
So.
well,
That'd be fun.
that would be a great time. Yeah, let's talk about the game you just talked about. Cardinals versus Seahawks. Seahawks 2.5 point favorite. I think this is in Arizona though. Over-under is 47.5. I would like to think that the Seahawks would win this game. I'm hoping that we win this game. However, I don't think the Cardinals are going to want to win this game either because they have draft pick implications with this. However, in hopes of trying to get a game, although Coop's giving me a weird look right now, I'm picking the Cardinals.
I think we all just did the same thing.
What?
K-Dawg, I'm taking the Cardinals.
Are you serious?
I've also taken the Cardinals.
Because you knew I would take the Seahawks in defense of you guys. you just did. Is that what you guys are thinking?
Honestly, I just don't think we're going to win this game.
Really?
Oh, I think we're gonna win the game. I just am picking it to get I was hoping that we're gonna get a game back.
Yeah, I got the Hawks. I thought this was a toss-up, but I was taking a defensive maneuver here, and worst we can do is tie. But then you guys, wow.
I actually,
Well played.
So, I do have a narrative about this. Last year, we barely squeaked in to the playoffs with the Lions beating the Packers. I think the Bears still beat the Packers, but I do think the Cardinals beat us.
It's not a given. This game's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I really do. I'm not confident. It's just our team's not built for it right now. So I'm actually surprised. I thought you were going to pick the Cardinals as well. To be honest,
I mean, I see it as 50-50. I do see, it's not going to be easy.
it's just funny that it kind of worked out this way.
Yeah.
I might do like an emotional hedge.
Shit,
on this
now
game.
I gotta root for the Seahawks. All right.
All right, and then do you want to
no,
add
go
more to
ahead.
that? All right, Raiders Broncos. Raiders 2.5 point favorite. Over under 37.5. Who wants to start on this grody game?
I just picked the Raiders, but I don't know. I feel
Right,
like
so
they're
that
playing
works
for
out
more.
for
Like
you.
Antonio Pierce is probably playing for his job. The Broncos have kind of given up, even though they did just beat the Chargers, I guess.
Is he though? Because I feel like I don't know. Whenever you see those interim head coaches come in, I feel like they never get the job,
That's what
which I think is weird. Because if a coach does a good job as interim, they should.
Yeah,
I think they should.
I
Stay
mean,
the
it's
head coach.
happened. I don't know what's the last example, but it's not like it's unheard of.
I just don't see it all that often. I feel like.
But yeah, that's probably fair.
Raiders.
You got Broncos?
I got one on you.
I'm riding with the Broncos. Where you Be careful though. It's spicy.
Get ready for a Jarrett Stidham legacy game.
Dude,
He wants to be the starter next
we
year.
need a legacy game shirt for sure.
Yeah.
And a blowout shirt.
Breakout.
And a breakout shirt.
And a not my.
Not my.
It should be like a
award
not
here.
my and like just like a
blank.
like a
Put
blank.
put award here.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. Okay, Chargers versus Chiefs. Chargers are somehow Easton Stick is somehow a 3-point favorite. Are the Chiefs just not playing Patrick Mahomes? Is that the storyline here?
I think they're locked in at the 4th seed, so I think they're.
Chiefs really got the 4th seed, huh?
I think so.
That's wild to me.
Is that true?
happened.
Well, I don't know about the NFC South or the
Well, I
NFC
think.
South.
I mean,
actually.
they took the division, right?
I assume.
No, they
okay,
did,
I
they did.
honestly don't know, but I looked at this line. If the Chargers are favored, then the Chiefs must be resting. There's no other explanation, right?
Yeah, true.
I'm not picking the Chargers.
I am.
I refuse. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Oh, I'm taking the Chargers.
I got the Chargers.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
Okay, love it.
I don't know why
You're riding with. Is
Well-
it Chad Henne?
You're riding with Easton Stick, who couldn't even beat Broncos defense. Are they? How many defensive players are they resting?
Everybody.
Everybody.
It kind of seems like it. I mean,
they only have so many players, so not everybody. But
yeah. Do you really want to start against think about that Chargers defense too?
I mean, you
like,
guys are
they're-
picking against the Chiefs. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy.
Well, the refs were bought off them, so I'm feeling pretty confident about it now. You think the refs are going to be in play for? Maybe that's why. Like the Chiefs got locked in, and so then the Cowboys got to buy the refs off the Chiefs, and then I'm just thinking. I'm improvising here. All right, last game. Dolphins, Bills. Bills 3-point favorite. It's a 49.5 point over under. K-Dawg, since you're clearly in first, why don't you just take it away?
yeah, this is probably the game of the week. Winner
so.
wins the AFC East. The Bills. I'm sure you guys have seen this week. The Bills, if they win, they get the 2 seed. If they lose, it's possible they miss the playoffs, which is crazy. I'm going with the Bills. I just trust them more. Both have looked kind of inconsistent, but I feel like overall the Bills have looked stronger. They blew out the Dolphins earlier in the year, and ultimately they're playing for more too. They kind of need to win. So I don't know. It's tough though. What's the line on this one
3.
for the Bills?
Yep.
On the road. So okay, well, that makes me feel
That's it
better.
on the road though. That's kind of shocking. This
Yeah.
is I think
That
this
makes
is kind
me
of a
feel
trap
better
game.
then.
I kind of want to switch, but I'm going with the Bills since I locked in this one. I kind
I'm
of
just
want to
gonna have
switch.
you go last, since you're in last.
Oh, sorry. I'm going with blank.
Because I got the Bills, baby.
No. All right, we're locked in, so it doesn't really matter for
I'm
us.
surprised everyone went Bills there.
I mean,
I
No one trusts the Dolphins, so.
I just think it's a kind of a storyline here. Like the Bills are going to sneak in. Like they started off poorly. Now they're going to sneak in. So how many individual games are there?
Yeah.
in
So
this?
is it what are the possibilities here?
so okay. So all 3 of us were on the same team in 6 of the matchups. So that leaves
That's
10
not a lot.
matchups.
Yeah.
Where either 2 of us, we've got solos going on here, right? So I have 4 solo matches.
Okay.
You have Prophet J has 3. K-Dawg also has 3, and then so that means that myself and Prophet J have 3. So you got to add these together, right? Myself and K-Dawg have 3 together, and then J and K-Dawg have 4 together. So
there is
if you add these up,
I think I could.
Could you
sneak
take
in.
first?
I could.
because you're
think-
down how many?
5, I think.
I don't think.
No,
I'm down 5.
Yeah,
You're down
you,
second.
you can't
get
get
first.
first, but Koop can. It's
That's
possible.
right.
But I could take second, and that's
Okay.
all.
You
I'll
could
take
maybe.
second.
Okay.
I feel like I explained that terribly.
It's,
It's really
it's kinda
confusing.
It's confusing.
It is,
It's
yeah.
confusing, but yeah, you have a chance because
Yep.
you have an opportunity to take 7 games over me,
That's
and
right.
you're 5 back, right? So
Yep.
yeah. What do we do in the event of a tie? Should we do a tiebreaker right now?
You guys could do like playoff
Like,
accuracy or something
We could do a score prediction.
Like for which game?
for
Let's-
each for the whole all of them.
What's a game? What's
Well,
a
I
game?
think we should do. I think we should do like a playoff bracket or something.
Yeah, we
like
should.
where we each do that, like separate from this.
Oh
But-
yeah. Like once the teams are.
Yeah, once we're
decided.
locked.
Right.
Once we're
Right.
locked.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this later because I don't.
Yeah, we'll go into the power rankings.
Yeah.
K-Dawg, you're always first.
All right. So starting off, their lowest point of the year, I've got the Eagles at number 10.
Ugh, why didn't you drop them off, man?
And number 9, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. So if you think about it, these are our last 2 Super Bowl
Wow.
teams, and now they're at 9 and 10. going into the playoffs, which is not so good. Well, I guess 1 week removed from going into the playoffs. Number 8, I've got the Rams. For some reason, I put the Seahawks on the list last week and didn't put the Rams. That was just.
I thought you were saying Seahawks now.
I was too.
no.
I was like, whoa.
Oh no, Seahawks are quite a bit down. Number 7, Dolphins. Number 6, the Bills. Number 5, the Lions. Number 4, the Browns.
Cool.
Which I think C-Dubs had him as number 4 last week. Which
I'm disgusted.
I give
who
him
you're about
props
to say
for that.
next.
Number 3.
You really putting the Cowboys up there?
I got the Cowboys. I feel
Aye.
now how I feel about them is very contingent on beating the Commanders, which I assume they do. But if they do, I feel I'll talk about. I'm saving it for next episode, but I feel quite good about the Cowboys right now. Number 2, I got the 49ers, and thank you for correcting me last week because no, I did not.
I
have them
got you,
as
bro.
number 1. And number 1, I had the Ravens. They just look so good right now. Yeah.
Cool. So is that me now?
Si, senor.
All right, number 10. I got the Bears.
What?
I feel like we're gonna see a little bit higher on Prophet J's list over there.
Why? Why?
I think they're looking hot. It's more of a C-Dubs thing. It's like he likes to reward the team.
Man.
Playing
They're not
hot.
in the playoffs. Get them
Oh,
out. Get them out.
I got the Rams.
Oh.
Chill. I got the Rams at 9. I got the
No.
why? Because you got the Bears.
Just go.
Oh no! I got the Eagles at 8. I got the Cowboys at 7.
Bit low.
Dolphins at 6. Bills at 5. Lions at 4. This is very biased. If you can't already tell. I was pissed off when I made this list.
You made it right after the game.
I got the Browns at 3.
The Browns at 3? Whoa.
I disrespected the Browns so hard in the past weeks. Dude, they're dominant right now. You have to give it to them. 49ers at 2. Ravens at 1.
Okay.
So.
Oh, man. I'm a little mad about your list. 1, because you stole my thunder. I got the Bears at 10.
Why? I can't.
And then I
believe-
put in parentheses next to it, I'm trying to put good juju in the air. You know, like, so the Seahawks can sneak into the playoffs. I thought you guys were going to clown on me for putting the Bears at 10, but then Koop clowned on himself.
I'm in disbelief.
How am I
that
clowning on
both of
myself
you
if
did
you're right there with me, buddy?
Well, yeah, I'm fine.
Because
I'm
you know
happy
what?
to be clowned on.
Like that statistic for the past certain amount of games, they've been incredible.
it. Yeah, but I mean, I just didn't consider a non-playoff team.
So, like, here's
Just
my...
because you make the playoffs doesn't mean you're better than other teams.
Really? You left out the Chiefs. You think the Bears beat the Chiefs?
Yes. Buccaneers. Come on. Saints. Those
I-
are all potential Jaguars.
I put Buccaneers, Jags.
Colts.
I don't know.
So that was my
Jags
problem,
above
was
the
like I was
Bears.
looking at like a 10. I think the top 9's pretty clear. But the 10 is gross.
Well, who'd you leave out? You left out the Eagles.
Yeah, obviously.
He
I left
leaves
them out
off
last
a lot
week.
of people.
Oh, you did. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the Eagles are awful. I left them out. I think I left them out 2 weeks ago.
Really?
I've been on the Eagles hate train.
Wow,
You guys
okay.
are just
All right,
and you guys are finally putting
I
the
just-
Rams on.
I need to
like-
give them respect. The Eagles still.
I was late on the Rams
Wait,
for sure.
are the Eagles on your list?
Yeah.
Where'd you put them at?
8.
Oh, gross. After losing the Cardinals?
It's fine. Cardinals are going to beat us.
Yeah, I don't like y'all's list. All right, at the 9, maybe I got these guys too low after hearing your guys' list, but your guys' list are kind of
You
wild.
put the Browns.
I got the Browns.
See,
at
I
9.
this is where I had them last
disrespectful.
week.
That's so disrespectful.
It is. They're 11.
They weren't on my
5,
list.
dog.
They were on my list last week, so
Dominant
better be
right
on
now.
it. All right, 8, I got the Chiefs. 7, I got the Rams. 6, the Dolphins. 5, the Boys. 4, the Lions.
Yes, sir.
K-Dawg. 3, the Bills. 2, the Niners, and 1, Ravens. The top 3 is like they can stay. The Lions proved to me that they're
Who'd you have at 3?
a great team. The Bills.
Whoa.
Dolphins, I wanted to drop more, but I don't think the Rams could realistically beat the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins would kill the Chiefs, personally. So
They already played.
yeah, but like I'm saying, that the team as of now, the
We
states
just got
they're in.
blown out by the Ravens.
Yeah, but the Ravens are blowing everybody out. I don't really put a lot of stock. They blew out the Niners, and we saw them at 2. I don't put a lot of stock into the Ravens because they're just destroying everybody.
Saying, dog. I mean,
The Ravens are destroying everybody,
the
man.
Dolphins.
What did you have the
Raheem
Dolphins
Mostert, 6.
Yeah, I put them at 6 too. So what's your problem?
Wait. Oh, I'm looking at yours. Sorry. 6.
You guys are not the same.
So what's your problem?
I don't even know the Chiefs on the
Oh
top
my
10.
God. Jesus Christ.
Good lord! All right, it's time to
What am I
do our
doing?
smoking hot take of the week and get out of here. K-Dawg.
Why does he get a start?
You want to get
I
started?
don't know. You
No,
can go.
no good.
Go ahead.
No good.
Do you not feel special enough?
Well, I'm going over to Lambeau Field in that Bears-Packers matchup.
Maybe I should have gone first.
Maybe. Did you, is it about a certain Justin Fields? Oh, God. Uh-oh. I got Justin Fields having a huge game. He's playing.
Yeah!
He's playing not only to upset his hated rival, but also for his career, for his future, whether that be with Chicago or wherever else. So I got him getting 400 all-purpose yards and 4 touchdowns.
Oh, man.
That can be 2 rushing, 2 passing, you know,
Did
3
you have the
passing,
same
1
exact
rushing,
fucking
whatever.
take?
Go ahead, Koop.
My smoking hot take was that Justin Fields is going to be responsible for 5 touchdowns.
That's funny.
So I do want to keep that one.
You know what's funny? Before I did this, I actually had that same exact thing. Justin Fields 5 touchdowns. But then I thought to myself, I looked at their scores. I'm like, Bears haven't scored 5 touchdowns in a long time. So I was like, oh, maybe
still got
that's
4
too
though.
much. Yeah,
What's one more?
that's funny. We could have had the same exact one.
It's annoying. Maybe I'll try to
Are you
think of
sticking
one.
another one? Are you gonna
I can't
call
think
on
of
the
another
fly?
one right now. But
All right, well, I'll tell you guys mine because I think you guys really like it. I'm going down to wherever the Ravens and Steelers are playing. And I'm taking Snoop Huntley. And I'm going to say he's going to put up a Lamar MVP type performance
Wow. Does that mean 5 touchdowns?
to prove that it's kind of a system thing.
Didn't you pick the Steelers one?
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. I did, but it's fine. The Steelers
So what's Mason Rudolph
Ma-
doing on the
Mason
other side?
Rudolph has got a game to play too.
Stupid town.
oh my god!
It's going to be a banger.
Somebody call 911.
Go on, get it out of your system. What do you want to do? So, I didn't really put numbers to it. If we want to, I'll say...
I mean, I didn't do it for me, but okay. For this, he has to play just as well as Lamar did in the past 2 weeks. One of those games.
Yeah, I'll take the first one.
I'd say somewhere in between.
We'll take the first one.
How do
So
we
I'll,
quantify that?
I'll
I feel like we need
quantify it to
something.
you right now, K-Dawg.
Okay.
So, last week he put up 5 tutties at 321 yards through the air. In week 16, what my man did, if I can find the game, against the Niners, Lamar Jackson put up 23 completions for 252 and 2. That's very reasonable.
Yeah, that's
that
not
is
great, yeah.
not an MVP performance, but for some reason, when you put Lamar Jackson name on it, they will. So I'm calling for Snoop Huntley, 23 for 252 and 2.
Is that hot? Is that no turnovers?
No turnovers.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Whatever.
He also got 45 yards on the ground, so I'll say 45 yards on the ground.
Okay.
Make it 46 and you got a deal.
47.
All right, it's locked in. I'll do a second one here. You might have heard of this one last week. In this game, for the Commanders to win, I'm calling for Dak Prescott to throw 3 interceptions.
Against the Commanders? Oh, man.
All right.
I mean, my original one is Justin Fields.
Sure.
5 tutties, but
I mean, mine doesn't negate yours.
no, I wouldn't. I mean, mine's more than yours.
Sure.
So he called
you're
for
calling yards,
400
so
all-purpose
You
yards.
could get 200 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Khalil Herbert gets all the yards.
Yeah.
You guys.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Someone's got to hit a Shmokin hot take before the season ends.
I mean, we'll do it for the playoffs, too.
That's true. All right. You guys got any last words for the people out there?
Nope.
Nope.
Next week we'll be doing, I guess, a little different format, right?
Yeah.
Because we'll be doing recap. We probably don't even need to do a recap.
Wild card
Probably
preview.
just
I mean,
talking about
We'll do a
wild card stuff.
recap.
do
Yeah.
a recap, but like some of these games are meaningless.
Some,
right?
yeah, some of them don't even matter.
But we'll talk about, the matchups coming up.
Do some of them not matter at all? Like Chiefs Chargers, we don't need to talk about that too much.
Yeah. And the same with like.
Why would we talk about these games? What are you talking about?
If they don't,
You want to talk about the
I hate it when
Jets?
you guys-
You want to talk about the Jets Patriots in Week 18?
Everyone's always like, "Oh, we're not
Yeah.
going to talk about these." It's
Well,
like, and
as
then we
soon
start
as-
talking about the games. Then we start talking about the draft picks they might get.
Well,
But
let's
as
talk
soon
about
as,
the
as soon
implications.
as it's over, it's over.
I guess we could
Jets,
talk about like
Patriots,
the
yeah.
draft board. Draft board.
Unless something crazy happens.
Well, nobody's listening to this anymore right now, so
Well, you
we can
better.
talk about it right now. What do you guys want to do?
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you a word, and if you send it to our Shmokin Hot Takes Instagram account, I will personally. Never mind. I don't want to do it. I was gonna say pay you $100, but
You might not want to risk that. Maybe $1.
no, I'm just kidding.
That'd been really cool if you had done that, or like a merch item or something. I've been thinking about doing something like that too. Seeing if people stick around to
drop like a
towards the
little
end.
word
Yeah.
in. We should do that every episode. Like drop a word in, and then if
Yeah.
you put that, then you get an entry in for like a secret giveaway that we're not gonna talk about otherwise.
Yeah. It'll just a package will randomly show up on your doorstep.
All right, so we're gonna start it now. The word is mango.
Giving away secrets over there.
Mango. Send it in to Shmokin Hot Take. Send a direct message, Instagram account,
That's right.
and then we'll figure out something else.
And
From there.
we'll keep a tally of
Yeah,
who did that. And you might get a little special something.
a little
Later
Christmas
on.
present next year. A little Valentine's Day gift. A little
Maybe
kiss
sooner,
attached.
sooner than Christmas of next year. I don't think I'd send a message.
Christmas
if that
next
were the
year is
case.
2025.
No, it is 2024.
Yes, Christmas of 2025.
Of next year.
will reward you.
Okay.
Well, dude, we're in 2024 now.
Okay, it's fine. That's scary. Don't say that.
Well,
I
we're
don't want to
almost
be in
all.
2024. All right, cool,
Certain
we're just rambling here.
Doesn't matter.
Is anybody out
If
there?
people want to listen to it, we'll keep listening. It doesn't matter. You know?
This is gonna be what our off-season content's like. It's just us rambling into a microphone.
We're gonna need to really put some structure into that. 'Cause that
I was
that could
thinking,
just fall apart.
so I'll just give a little sneak peek because this is one of the ideas I had.
Yeah.
We do, because we're Smoking Hot Takes, right? How about we do a Smoking Hot Take episode where we're not talking about Smoking Hot Takes related to football, just life in general. If we're running out of content.
All right, we're gonna have to cut that part out because that's damn good.
Yeah, that's good, right? We can argue over it. We pick sides.
We can call it the Smoking Hot Spitballing.
No, we're gonna get sued.
That was the joke.
Nah, we're too small to get sued.
All right, well, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff on that good channel.
And congrats to Yo winning the giveaway.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We're gonna be excited to see you repping that brand. You know,
We do require one picture.
that's not true. Do whatever you want with it. You can burn it if you want. Like that might give us to go more viral.
If you give us like
A
if we
burning
give you
video.
yeah.
if we give you bad
Down with
fantasy
Smoking
advice.
Hot Takes. Just lighting it on fire, like how they like light
That'd be
Brock
pretty
Purdy's
funny.
jersey when he throws
Yeah,
through pigs.
I like
Poor
that.
pigs.
I like that. All right, let's do it. All right. Well, again, send us your deets and we'll figure out a way to get you the
I mean,
item.
we'll reach out to him.
Yeah. All right, guys. We've been going for too long. We've been rambling. Rambling.
It's actually a shorter
Yeah.
episode than
One of our shorter
C-Dubs
episodes.
and mine.
You guys
Really?
are-
I mean, in my intro, I was like, this is gonna be a quick and dirty episode.
Dude,
It's
your
2 hours
intro,
long.
your intro was so long. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
I try to keep it like as good as yours.
yours was just long. I mean, it's good.
Oh.
It's good. Don't get me wrong.
All right, and with that, we're gonna get out of here.
Smoking.
Smoking.